Here's a message of importance to millions of people who are continually pale and washed out, weak and run down. Doctors will tell you that these conditions are often caused by a deficiency of iron. The iron you need to keep you physically fit and mentally alert. Medical studies show that 2 out of 3 women and many, many men lack the daily iron your body requires in a form your body can easily use and put to work. Every dose gives you more than your daily minimum iron requirement.
We are weak, we are not alone. We are striving for more.
So if you're not getting the iron your body needs, if you feel weak, run down, and are easily upset, start taking iron today.
Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday, my dudes.
Happy Friday, my friend.
And a happy Friday to you all. Welcome here to Have No Sphere, right here on the Iron Realm Media YouTube channel. My name is Josh Corey, and we have got absolutely nothing planned for you tonight. That being said, let's jump right in and say hello to everybody. Starting off with Mr. Walter Johnson, just because I see his smiling face up there on the screen. Walter, you've got a little channel here on YouTube called Flat Earth Head. You been putting anything up there lately?
The promos.
Promos?
I've been sticking promos over there just to keep people coming over here. So I'll see you lovely folks hopping in over there. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's Friday, as you guys heard this morning, or didn't hear if you weren't there. Campbell had to cancel on us, and then it looks like he had to cancel on Dave this morning as well. So he's out of the loop for the moment. We will get him back in it as soon as we can, reschedule, because we were definitely looking forward to it. I saw the likes and the comments there on the different places I put the video. Sorry, my cat is going insane. She's trying to knock over everything in sight. So I'll be doing a lot of that cat movement. But I'm here, and there are other folks here, and we have a special guest that has already snuck in on us. So I'm going to shut up and say hey to the rest of y'all. Hey, rest of y'all.
You say hello to Mr. Zack Zabala, because he makes up the third leg of the Ironworx over there on Truth Frequency Radio, TFR Live, every Tuesday and Friday morning. I almost said Thursday for no fucking reason. Zack, you've got a channel here called Good Times for All. How about you? You been putting anything out there recently?
Just some live stream stuff. Video editing is more of a winter type. Now I'm just making excuses. I can't stand video editing. So I've been going live lately, and I will definitely be going live tomorrow. But I'm going to unbox it tonight. We can do it in the background while we're chatting or whatnot. This is the new Tesla Coil, folks. More power. So yeah, I'm excited. I woke up from a nap and got situated and ready for the show, and then walked out of, or I was going into my room, and Jaron must have put it there, and I hadn't seen him yet, and I saw the box sitting there, and I was like, "What? No way! It's supposed to come tomorrow." So yeah, and then nothing was working on trying to get the show started. My audio and everything just going nuts and crazy. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay calm and collected. I get excited when I get my new toys like this, you know. But yeah, I doubt I'll be running it. It depends on how big the instruction manual is, but we might run it tonight. I don't know. I got to be safer with this one. You can't go running this around computers, and you know, there's certain things you don't want to run these around because it'll just destroy them. So I'm going to be super safe with this one, and yeah. But it says I'm not supposed to touch it because it's going to hurt. So I'm excited to see how it feels.
What the shit? It says don't touch it, it's gonna hurt. So I'm excited to touch it to see how it feels.
But yeah, they didn't say it was going to kill me. They just said it's going to hurt.
So don't you know how it's gonna feel?
They said it was going to be a burning sensation. I'm not sure. My other Tesla coil I could touch and I didn't feel anything. So this one's supposed to actually discharge lightning from it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's going to be fun.
It's like the world's most dangerous nightlight.
Just open it. Do an unboxing right here. No, I'm messing with you.
Well, somebody who's there to help you do both the unboxing and the electrocutions is one Mrs. Cami Nodell. Cami's got a little channel here on the YouTube's called Aisling 717. Cami, how about you? You put anything up there recently on your channel?
Oh, absolutely not. Why do that when I can crash and have other people do all the work and just show up on the streams? I tell you not. But I am always excited for a shocking experience. So I will help them unbox it. I do want to say that, like, watching this whole intro and everything going right, wrong for Zack and right for Zack with that little box showing up, with all the microphones and that, weren't you kind of feeling like he was trying to like wuss out on the show to
Just looking for excuses.
play with his looking for excuses to play with his coil, and we called my son in, who was like, oh no, I can fix all of this and we'll fix this. I know he had to change
I had to go to
my
my other phone though. That one phone would not work. Yeah, I don't know
I
what
know.
was going on. It would work, and then all of a sudden the mic would just cut out, and they couldn't
but
hear me anymore.
I know, but it was me that was even getting the worst echo feedback, I have to say. But like, wasn't part of you like saying, oh, come on, don't we need to cancel the show tonight? I have a new toy to play with. Because I was catching that vibe a little bit, Zack. So what we're saying is you get to unbox and play with the toy as much as you want on here. Ooh, yes.
And also a
Got the manual.
caveat for everyone watching: if we suddenly go away, like maybe an hour in instead of our usual 3 or 4, you'll know why. Zach's fault.
Zack blew up our house.
I see some
No, but-
transistors, a little LED bulb to light up, or we're going to light up a bulb way bigger than that. Come on.
Oh.
And power connector. Okay. All right.
I was thinking back, Zack, and I think we did this on an Iron Realm show. I'm almost sure we did. Shout out Ace McLeod, who just turned 40 last week. And I think you'll remember a time that he was at our house with what were these bottles that he was shocking us with, that we were making
homemade
Jesus.
Leyden jars. Was that what he was doing?
Leyden jars.
I think that's what he was making.
Yeah.
Getting the charge way up there, and yes, we were on the air shocking each other silly. It was horrible, but funny. But we'll see if we can do this a little bit more mature.
Belated happy corporation formation to our brother Ace, who we have yet not seen enough of lately. So definitely.
Those soda bottles, yeah. Shout out Ace McLeod.
Around sensitive electronics, children or pets.
Uh-oh. That's my entire house.
Zack has become death.
Zack, what part of our house is not like either immature people, if you're going to not say children, but pets, sensitive electronic equipment? I mean, that's what we're all about. Where are you going to have to take this coil and do it?
Like outside.
Outside. Well, we all know me. We all know Zack. We all know Walt. And we also happen to all know and love our guest on the show, who it's moving day. Josh, I'm going to let you do the introduction because I like your voice.
Oh, well, thanks. And it is moving day, and I'm sure he is absolutely exhausted and was still nice enough to come join us and hang out with us this evening. Give us the grand tour. Everybody welcome Awesome Austin with a little channel here on YouTube by the same name. You might recognize his shows Breaking the Chains of Addiction or The Melodome or Wake and Bake or Awake and Bake, depending on how he decides to title it. Everybody welcome Awesome Austin. Austin, how the hell are you doing? Happy moving day, my friend.
That's right. What's up, guys? It's good to see you, man. I've missed hanging out with y'all on the streams. Yeah, we moved into our new place, and I'm fucking exhausted. But we got everything in. There's a couple things left to get that I'm gonna go grab tomorrow in the car. I had a buddy with a truck and trailer today, so I was grabbing everything that I know I can't get tomorrow. And then we were trying to beat the storm, and it started raining on my mattress, and I'm like, shit. But it's all right. It worked out. We're in this house. I'm so fucking happy. And now I'm here kicking it with y'all. Great
Awesome,
people.
man. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome,
Miss
awesome.
you guys.
Missed you, brother. Glad you were settled. I know it's been hectic, and yeah, blessed. Lots of blessings your way, friend. The fam and the house. I hope it all is wonderful.
When later on, you know, after my wife gets back, maybe later on we could do a little tour.
Hell yeah.
That'll work.
That'd be real good.
I'm packing a bowl right now, and
yeah, I'm working on that myself. I think
Yeah.
Zach's about to explode
Yeah.
something. What do you got?
Yeah. One must have priorities in life, and that's I get it,
Pretty
Austin.
and new. I remember when I unboxed my Van de Graaff generator, and it looked like this.
Oh,
No scratches,
no pits.
you know, when you play with them and do all kinds of stuff, they get dinged up, and this is just beautiful.
No fingerprints. Look at that. Look at that mirrored ball. Wow.
Little dent right here. That'll be all right. That'll be all right. Besides that, I don't see any other. It looks like it's pretty good quality. Yeah, before I go telling people where I got it from and all that kind of stuff, I want to make sure that it's, you know, well made and all that
Right.
kind of good stuff. But yeah, this is beautiful. That's our, they call it a globe. That's our globe.
Interesting. I wonder where they call it that. And I will say, ever since this morning's show, I've still not been able to get over this fucking piece of space debris.
Yeah, I put that picture in the show description just for you, friend. I used the second piece though because it was my favorite because it had that cement and the buckles. That really was my favorite.
Do tell, because not all of us are crazy and up that early in the morning. I mean, actually, I went to
Cameron.
bed after you started
Oh,
the show. I
Jesus.
caught the
Oh.
beginning of the show.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
I
Let me pull it
caught
up.
You
the
get
beginning
that
of-
ready, and I'm gonna go look for the
Will
other
do.
space debris
Oh,
trail.
please.
Hang on, you do that. I'll do this, Josh.
I would have stayed up if I would have
Sorry.
known. No, actually,
that's
I
all
love
right.
the show in the morning, but I was so tired.
So my apologies to everybody that tuned in this morning and heard me go on and on and on again about this. I'll see if I can't share it to you all. And then I come here. I know I got a screen cap.
Oh, for everybody listening, that is not Austin beating his child. That is Walt's cat in heat. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
I just wanted to
I-
put that out there.
Yeah,
I thought it was my child. I thought it was my kid. I'm like,
I'm so sorry.
No,
yeah.
no.
I can't really do anything. I mean, the only option would be to lock her in the bathroom, and I would feel like a heel, man. I couldn't do that to her. It's not her fault. She's going through this, you know.
You
so.
know what? They're saying give the kitty the mic, but maybe if we go into music night or something like that,
I'll
we
keep
could, like-
muted. I was looking for the
No.
video. I usually mute up. I really, y'all know I stay muted.
no, we
most
could
of the time
could
when I'm
build
not talking.
we could build a beat around this. This could really be something.
But she is. I mean, this
Her
is
the
like
furry
she's a
lady.
year. She's a year and maybe 3 months old. So she is like, you know,
Yeah,
this is her
she's
worst, probably
This
worst
is-
one yet.
Yeah.
This has been the most intense one. And she's just like, what the hell? It's whatever it is, let me butt my head on it. Maybe it'll fix it. That seems to be her solution. She tries every surface in sight under the table, under my leg, under the table that's got the coffee and the bong on it. And yeah, it doesn't end well.
What are we shopping for on the Want to Shop now? Whose filters are we looking?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Who's
Wow.
They're the best.
stuff we're looking at
Who's
here?
yeah? What's this?
Where to
who's-
buy
yeah,
the
he's
24
go.
best lingerie brands on National Underwear
Right.
Day. Durr.
highly recommended. These aren't my recommended stories. I almost died during orgasm when sex finished. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Wow. I
Yeah.
never get this
Apparently,
stuff.
apparently, this is not the New York Post they send me.
I know it's not. This is not. No,
This is
shit.
when you have
No
to
doubt,
ask
this-
for. Hey, where's that one
okay.
you keep under the counter? That's the one I'm looking for.
No doubt.
Amazing space telescope image was actually a slice of chorizo. Awesome.
Oh no.
Are you fucking not
No.
even pretending to be real?
No. No.
And to tell you guys, that does look like a piece of chorizo.
It does.
It
Oh,
does.
it is.
It really
There's no
does.
doubt.
I think it is a
So-
piece of
Man,
chorizo.
whoever did
What
this,
is
we need to
that?
get them on the show and ask
Oh,
them why
man.
the fuck did
It's
you
a
do
type
this?
of sausage they use in Mexico.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got
Mexican
some-
sausage. It's really
spicy.
nice and gives a good flavor to things if you add it.
It's what you have in your breakfast burritos.
Wait. This is real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as real as the New York Post
That's a
gets,
sign.
Austin. I
So-
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, like it's not a.
No,
it's
check
not
this
a-
out.
No.
This is
No, a
satire.
physicist, an actual physicist called bullshit on this and said
Okay,
that's
I'm
a
gonna-
piece of chorizo.
I'm gonna hit the tweet. Oh, I can't. Josh, send me the link. So I
Yeah,
can go to the
Big Pine.
tweet link.
Big Pine, I totally agree. That definitely is a sausage.
Here at the Shell Cube for Satan Lab, we do these kinds of experiments. What the hell are we watching? Oh my God, what is this?
No, Nim, not salami. It really did
No,
look
we
like
should
chorizo
see this
compared
commercial.
to-
What was
yeah.
just brain programmed into all of us? Oh my God.
close, but there were nuances.
So space may be closer than we think, perhaps even sitting on a charcuterie board. A French scientist had to apologize for his spicy space prank after he tweeted a picture of a slice of chorizo, claiming it was a distant star captured by the James Webb Space Telescope. Etienne Klein, a physicist and director of France's Alternative Energies and Atomic Energy Commission, shared the photo of the slice of cured meat on Twitter last week, gushing over the level of detail it provided.
Oh, that's classic. Oh, that is classic. It really is chorizo. We do have
That
a
is fucking
interesting.
hilarious, dude. That is hilarious.
So, as funny as
We
this
have-
is, this isn't even the story I came to make fun of.
But that's funny. We do have, because this is an educational channel, right? Right. No. We do have from the chat that chorizo actually comes from Spain, not Mexico. FYI. Good to know. Don't know. No, it's the best. Actually, well, in the breakfast burritos again.
All I know is I get it in my breakfast burritos and it's
Yeah.
luncheon. Right.
Yeah.
So, I had
It
seen,
mixes in with the Mexican food really, really good. It was like it was born to be there. It really was.
I had
Go
seen
ahead.
this story several times. And we've seen stories like it before. We've all seen the balloons being blown across the African landscape and all the different things and all the different space debris and junk they brought down. So when the story was here, I didn't think too much of it. And it still didn't really kick in until this morning when I started looking at the picture. Because I'd seen the picture several times, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, different places. I'd seen this guy standing next to it. But it wasn't until this morning that I actually looked at this piece of space debris and then got to reading about this alleged piece of space debris. So here's the story. It says a 9.8 foot piece of space junk from Elon Musk's spacecraft. Okay, from the spacecraft. You'll notice in the title it says space junk with ties to Elon Musk's SpaceX, found on an Australian. Sorry, I accidentally shot somebody and the bullet had ties to my gun. Yeah. Anyway, it was found on a farmer's property in New South Wales, Australia, around. Jesus, I hate the way this is written. I did the same thing this morning. The piece of space junk from the spacecraft crashed into the property at around 15,534 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Now imagine, they tell us ISS is doing 17,000 miles up there. And they're saying this object came from the spacecraft and fell through the atmosphere and was gaining the momentum, right? Trying to reach that terminal velocity. And it finally impacted Earth at 15,534 miles per hour. The object, which is part of SpaceX Crew 1 craft, was found in a sheep paddock by a farmer living on a large property in the Snowy Mountains. Farmer Mick Miner said he discovered a space junk which resembled a tree from a distance after his family heard a loud bang. A loud bang. They heard a bang after this piece of space debris traveling at 15,534 miles an hour impacted Earth. They heard a loud bang.
So there's no crater. I don't remember
Look.
seeing a crater or anything.
So here's this piece of space debris.
When it comes that fast, it doesn't make a crater and hits that hard.
Yeah, and actually, it didn't.
Yeah.
Not only did
No, it
it
wouldn't.
not leave a crater,
It didn't leave a mark.
you can see here. No, it did.
Oh my gosh.
Because where was it? I know I read this. We saw most of the pieces land in the ocean. In the photograph of the debris, you can clearly see charring, which you would expect from re-entry into the atmosphere. But it's very rare to see because you don't usually land on land, but in the ocean. People often think they might find small pieces of space junk, but it'll burn up. The spacecraft, which is stainless steel rocket, was more than 164 feet tall. Oh, where the hell is it? Because it didn't just... Come on. This is the same one I know I read this morning, isn't it? Because what happened was it impaled itself into the earth. It stuck. Thwack. Yeah? At 15,000 miles
This is
an
kind
hour.
of like they land when they land the SpaceX, like the little capsules. And
No, this is like
Okay.
when they land
Except
planes
for
on
inland.
9/11 in Shanksville. Remember the airplane in Shanksville on 9/11 when it hit the ground at such force and speed that it liquefied the ground and it buried the entire airplane so deeply into the ground that they'll never be able to retrieve it? Yeah, well, yeah. See, this thing came in and it stuck tip first, thwack, right here into the earth, like when you throw a knife into a piece of wood and it
Now,
sticks.
how fast do you think that plane was going there, Josh?
I can't imagine it was going 15,534 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I don't think it was going that fast. So why didn't this liquefy the earth? And it looks like it's a pretty solid piece of chunk of...
So let's say this dude's 6
Metal
feet
there.
tall. Let's say old Mick Miner here is 6 foot tall. We could call it, another 2-3 feet above there? So that's out of 9.8 feet. He's got at least 8.5, 9 feet. So that's 6 inches. That last 12 inches is what's supporting this entire thing because that's what managed to stick into the ground after impact at 15,534 miles an hour. Now, we'll account for this charring. You see, it's nice and black and charred from where it re-entered. So you know it had to have been really, really hot when it landed in this big field of dry grass. No singeing, no burn marks, no field fires, nothing. Now, all of this was secondary to my question as to why in the living hell is this piece of stainless steel space junk covered in hairs? I don't get what these little hairs all over it are. It wasn't out in the field for an extended period of time. They didn't just stumble across a years old space debris. It came screaming in at 15,534 miles an hour, impacted the earth with a loud bang. And the bang is what when it happened, when it stuck itself into the ground at what ungodly temperatures, and here it sits, and here they find it covered in fucking hair. I just
Now,
don't understand what this could possibly be, what they could possibly be trying to say here. It has boggled my mind all day. All I keep seeing are these little hairs on this fucking thing, and I just don't get it.
now they obviously this is a journalist story in the New York Post, so they saw this, which is all pretty obvious. So what did the reporters? They asked the important questions, and what answers did they get? I mean, because I think everything you've said is really apparent. You look at it, there's no scorching, there's no disturbance of all the way it went. Nothing. Again, what are the hairs? What is all of this? So
We don't have a clue. This morning I did
we have
some
journal.
live digging and found a journalist bitching at Elon about, who pays for the damage, and do these guys get to keep this and sell it to a museum? Because there's another farmer who also has a piece that landed on his farm. He got the buckles and the cement in his though. And
So these are What are the investigative? What are our journalists asking though? What do they say in the story? What are we like? What is our intelligent? What's their spin on it? That it's just amazing. Is
I
this
know
the
when
best
I
we can
read,
do?
that apparently
I
found.
know, sorry.
Go ahead.
I know when I wrecked, when I totaled my Honda had a carbon fiber hood, and when I totaled it, it destroyed the hood, and there was like it looked frayed like that in some spots.
Well,
So
maybe that's carbon fiber, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is something I think I might have even suggested this morning, like the little carbon
Yeah.
tubes, carbon fiber nanotubes, or some shit that might have been on the outside.
Yep.
And I guess that makes sense as a shielding. Maybe you'd want it on the outside.
Yeah, it protects you from. I used my hood to protect me from the space vacuum, and it worked.
Right. You were fully protected. You didn't die, did you?
Nope.
Must have worked.
Right. And the guy that hit me was going 15,000 miles per hour.
Right. Well, there you go. So
you can imagine the force when those two objects collided.
Thank God for that carbon fiber.
I mean, okay.
Joke. So is this his souvenir now, or
so if this is carbon fiber, just for the sake of argument, is this the state it was in? This doesn't look like it's going to protect much. Or did all the carbon fiber burn off on re-entry? Because that's kind of what it's designed to do. It absorbs the heat and takes the impact. And if that's the case, what the fuck are all these little hairs? These hairs are the ones that survived the intense heat of re-entry, survived the 15,000 mile an hour speeds, and then survived the impact on Earth. And all those little hairs are still there, cool and chilling.
You guys ever watch those videos on those channels with the guys who either have donations enough or are rich enough to afford one of those super high-speed cameras? And they do things like, what happens if a golf ball hits a watermelon at 83,000 miles an hour? That kind of stuff. Uh-huh. And the devastation that follows that impact at that speed. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't see wrinkles or damage. What kind of fucking stainless steel can survive that sort of impact without so much as a dent at 15,000 miles an hour? For the record, I don't see much carbon fiber down here on the tip, which is apparently what came in first, because that's how it landed. Maybe a little bit here on the corners. I mean,
I'm still trying to figure out what it is and where was it on this supposed rocket. Like, what piece is this? What is this?
It's a great question.
Just a tip.
Walter, did you have that other picture? Did you have the picture of the other little piece in the other former, the one with the straps?
Give me a second.
Yeah, the little black box. It looks like some transformer box from Planet Cybertron.
Now remember, Flight 93, Shanksville.
There you go. Give me the share.
Liquefied the ground.
Give me the power. I have no power.
There you go. You has power. All right. Everybody's come in and gone out so many
Oh,
times
Lord,
today.
where'd I put the picture? There it is. So this is the other guy who had a piece apparently fall. He wasn't as lucky. He just didn't have a tip. But he did get the cool buckle area, right? Wait, where's my little, oh, there we go. He did get the cool little buckles right in here that have the little clip areas like you would use on your backpack, you know, click, click, click. So I guess that was the rocket backpack that came off. Now this area here that this morning I thought might be cement looks to be some type of actual cloth that was on the outside, maybe part of the carbon fiber holder owner netting. But yeah, it is definitely from space. I mean, you can see it's from space, right? Wait, did I clear all drawings? Yes, I did. Anyway, let's get a closer look. Can I go closer? I cannot. Man, this is
I can probably get it a little
high
closer.
tech at its best. Yeah. So anyway, the buckles, as I said, the buckles are important in space. Space buckles.
Yeah, that's
But
nylon
yeah.
webbing straps. Like you can see the stitching on the nylon webbing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right in here.
The carbon
right in
fiber
here.
burned up, but the nylon webbing didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, like you said, this could be some type of carbon fiber, but it looks a lot like just some shit they wrapped around it. And it's scorching, and there's things that imply that somebody had a blowtorch to it. But
Or a can of spray paint.
Or a can of spray paint. Anyway, but yeah, the only real depth I got anywhere was some reporter asking, well, what happens if these guys get compensated through being able to sell this junk to a museum? SpaceX shouldn't want it back. They thought it was going in the ocean. They threw it away and all this kind of stuff. So, if you guys have another moment, I'd like to take you down a little trail from the other morning's show. Let me close some of this stuff I've already got open and figure out the best. Oh, I know what to do. I'll just go to where I sent it to Dave on Skype. That'll be easy. Yep, they're all right there. Okay, hang on. Back to share. So we got a picture in one of the stories, and it was debris, and it was related to space stuff, maybe fake space stuff. Anyway, I'm trying to get back to Sky. There it is. So this is the picture that started this whole thing for me. This space debris that fell from space. I mean, you see the scoring, right? And the barnacles. And anyway, the impact crater's intense and immense. And oh my God, how did that ever survive? The guy that was standing there that left those footprints there under the curve, I do feel sorry for him. Anyway, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is obviously bullshit.
I think there was just a little guy in a.
So that made me go digging and find out where this picture originated. Oh man, I cannot use. There we go. So that made me find this story.
That's a cement mixer.
Yeah, it definitely looks like one. So here's a different area of where it like skidded along as it hit. Maybe it skidded into this position. But it's from the Delta II launch system, years 2001, blah, 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 blah. You get all that. So that was my next little piece of the puzzle. And then I found this. Oh, wait, same story. Sorry, my apologies. The link was elusive. It was elusive. This thing led me to what it actually is. It's called a PAM, Payload Assist Module. And this is actually the same photograph that we saw earlier, the Saudi officials inspecting the PAM-D module there. It's been in use for quite a while. And it led to this little video over here, which let me move my little gray square over. This lovely little video to show us the PAM-D with the Phoenix spacecraft as it is successfully spun, fired, yo-yo despun, and jettisoned. Hold on, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Wait till the detachment happens. Oh, the chords when they go away is epic. I love that. That's my favorite part, the little chords as they go away. Let me do it again. Wait. The perfect little squiggle that goes out of frame. You see the little perfect squiggle?
Probably some fucking deep hidden esoteric frequency.
That frequency, right? Yeah. So anyway, it's real, guys. Space is real. I don't know what the fuck
Seems
you guys
legit.
are freaking out on. Oh
Now,
yeah.
now they make fun of people smoking, smoking the weed and that,
Chiba?
and like, smoking on the Chiba, and saying on how like they're lost in alternate reality and everything. But I can tell you that those Chiba smokers, every Chiba smoker I know, every single one of them is going to know without even blinking that was a cartoon. They don't even have to think about it.
No, they've seen it so many times.
And I can't. Yeah, we know what cartoons is. I can't say that's the same about like people that don't smoke the Chiba. They'll be looking at it, trying to. It's like, no, bro. It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon. It's not real. It's so silly. It's not even meant to look real. It's just an odd. That's right. The Melodome.
Yeah, I'm looking in chat. I apologize. I got lost trying to play catch up. I see a lot of folks.
I saw.
I can't read the chat, guys. So shout out to the chat. Much love, all of you guys. Much love. Love you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the Tesla coil is going to be fired up.
Uh-oh.
The cord that goes, from the coil that plugs into the Tesla coil and goes, it's got two little, your positive and negative cable. Well, that doesn't plug all the way into the Tesla coil. It sticks out like 1/8 of an inch. It won't go all the way in.
Really?
I pushed it like harder than I like to push on stuff.
If it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go.
But yeah, this right here. Turn this around. Put it in the hole, right? Real simple. It goes in that far and stops. And I'm getting no power.
So they sent you a generic plug for it that has a long cable barrel, and you need a shorter barrel, essentially.
Possibly.
I'm just guessing here, Zach.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I just know they do have different size barrels on some of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them tomorrow and see if I can. Man.
But it would almost seem like something that would be wrong on the input, though, like you think, because, I don't know.
No, I'm not going to push it harder than that. Yeah, it's not supposed to go in there. It's definitely not going in smooth. I'm not going to try to force it.
Did you read the directions?
Before inserting plug.
Yeah, so that's kind of. But here is the new one, and there's the old one.
I'm feeling a little envy here. I'm not lying.
And this guy goes up there, but we're not going to put him up there right now. I might as well. But yeah, I'm sure I can get.
Does remind me.
I bet I could find a plug that goes in there and rig something up, but I'm still going to call him and let him know about this. Because it is a mom and pop shop, and I'd like to support them, but if they're, Yeah, so that's quality. You get what you pay for.
I was about to ask if you didn't, get this on the cheap. So,
I mean, if it worked, I wouldn't.
No, at all. But it seems to be a fail after fail.
Yeah, so we'll go from there and see what happens.
While you're getting that assembled, excuse me, we were at a local, like, little tiny cheap store looking at silly things to for the kid, for the grandkids. And I saw this thing, and I'm like, what is this? I can't understand what I'm seeing here. I don't understand what they're actually saying that I'm going to be getting in this situation. I'll have to buy that. And I don't know if it's going to show on the video. Wait, let me turn off my background. Hold on. Background. Where is it? Well, how do I stop this thing? All right, you can see the bulb anyway. It's a silver bulb, right? You see the bulb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I knew that wouldn't work. It would be too bright. Never mind. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. Hold on.
Does it light up?
No, that wasn't light at all you saw. No, I'm kidding. I'll show you what it does.
That's
I'll
really
send a
cool.
picture.
Where can I get one of those light bulbs that
I
light
can't
up?
get it far enough away from the camera to make it not be too bright because of the cord. So I'll take a picture. I've already sent one to Michelle because she couldn't really see the effect either. It was too bright for her eyes. But give me a second. I'll send you a picture.
Right on.
But I have discovered I can't turn off my background.
Do this one. See if this fits in there. That fits a little better. No, I better not do that.
I hope that doesn't blow up in your face.
Yeah, I better not do that. Yeah, that one fits a little bit better. It almost gets all the way in there.
I mean, that's good enough.
Well, yeah, but this is the power supply for
Again, just the tip, Zach.
another toy that we have, so I don't want.
I mean, can't you just use a paper clip or something?
Yeah, that's for this guy right here. We don't want to destroy that. So yeah, they must have given me the wrong thing. Oh well, I'll be patient.
Glowbusters ask, where's Nicola when you need him?
Yeah, no doubt.
Fucking Croatia.
Now, I did open the bottom and I found a positive and negative down there. I bet I could just hook the thing straight up to that and do away with this. I doubt this is doing too much regulating or anything like that.
Yeah, probably not. There's probably not like a...
It's probably just running the power through it. I bet I could run the power straight to...
I bet you probably could. You could probably just split the wires, strip the ends, and just jam them right into the fucking wall if you wanted.
We can send you. I got a port I can mail to you.
Yeah, it's just a little wire that's connected to this little guy right here. To that little... There's a black one here and a red one here.
Yeah,
Little
see,
clip.
look.
I could put new wires that just come out right here.
Mm-hmm. Ground, make sure one's grounded, make sure the other one's hot. You'd be fine.
That'd be good. No, I don't even need a ground for this.
See, even better. That's one less wire.
That's one less.
Yeah, you have to run it with the power supply. This isn't something you can just plug right into the wall. You got to run it through a power supply that only gives 20 watts maximum, or 20 volts. So yeah, plugging it straight into the wall would be a bad idea.
Yes, I agree with Mad Pyman. My electrical advice is my own. Do not misconstrue my advice as expert.
So I could definitely MacGyver it, but I'm still calling them. I'd rather have one that had a nice plug on it and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Do that, please.
But if they say, go fuck yourself, you already paid for it, and it says,
You remind
Yeah.
them you're on a show 3 times a week on the internet, and if they don't want that bad publicity,
fucking with.
I'll be in my own Karen videos.
Oh, that's epic.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I got the picture here. Let me show y'all what the amazing light bulb looks like. Oh, it's not even going to be worth the wait. I know.
Brian Evans asked, will my hair stick up when it's on?
It better.
I'm not supposed to even touch this one. This is a little different than the Van de Graaff. If I had a stronger Van de Graaff, I mean, that one will start making people's hair stick up, but it's only about 200 to 250,000 volts. So it's not really enough. And that's static. That's no amps. So it's really not enough. Once you get up to like the 400,000 volt ones, then you can make people's hair stand like.
That's when you got to wear the chainmail?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in a few demonstrations. Okay, so the bulb has this silver mylar, obviously holographically printed coating over it, and it says it has a 4-watt LED in it. And this is the effect you get, this 3-dimensional stars shooting out of the center of a fucking light bulb. 3-dimensionally, which right here on the picture, you can kind of see the swoop, but on the, like in real life, you can see the layers. Like, you can kind of see the dots on the bottom section where the layering is.
Mm-hmm.
Start again on how you got to this light bulb, because I'm looking at it.
It's just a light bulb. It's a bulb I bought at a store. It said space bulb or some shit. I was going to laugh and go, ha ha, space bulb. And I turned it on and it like went 3D into infinity into the bulb. And I'm like, ha ha ha. And I get it. It's this hologram printed mylar wrapping on the bulb, but the fact that it's that thin and can create that much of a 3D effect makes me wonder about the stars and how deep they look and how all kind of electromagnetic printing, if you will, has been theorized from anything to the moon to the, I don't know. It's just pretty crazy that something this thin can look that deep on a fucking light bulb. Anyway, yeah, mind blowing. But it really looks better in life. I'll find out the name on the box and tell you where you can find one, probably.
I bet it does. It's the same theory with the ferrofluid in that it's almost the thinner you get it, the better 3D effect that you
Maybe
get.
so. Maybe that is the effect you get. The thinner it is, it's better.
I know that when I'm doing my anisotropic stuff, again, when you get some of these really thin slices of mica and that, it gets really intense in the colors. So it changes it. It's very cool. I like that a lot. I like that. I have a new toy gadget I was playing with it. You all saw with it. Well, but there's that little ball that turns and it spins and it looks like it's making waves, but it's not. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
That one I don't know.
I'll see why we're doing this, because we're being so exciting. Let me turn the light on and show you.
Everybody show their toys. Show their toys.
Because we're all like, yeah, we're bad. I'm in. My puppy came in the room when I did turn the light on. The evening is starting to come. Let's see if I can get the.
Oh, and I'm sitting here playing catch up in chat, which I keep ignoring while I'm playing around with pictures. So.
And I'm actually, I haven't even gotten to the.
I get lost trying to play catch up.
And I'm maneuvering to reach over my desk and that haven't even.
Ow.
I thought I had audio rounded up a little differently than I do apparently.
Yeah, I'm so glad I collect what people would call trash, just old electronics. When you need a little piece of wire or something like that, it's just laying around. You always got it. But yeah, I could take these and run them right out through that, and we'll see what they say. I might actually just do it. But I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
I think the same thing, Zach. Every time a new retro cool thing comes back around again, as everybody started playing albums, I just kind of giggled and went to my little corner of my upper storage area and pulled out 5 boxes of records. They're all paying $50 a pop for now, and it's like, yeah, I've got the original here, and it sounds way better than that compressed MP3 they put on that disc you're listening to.
Well, yeah, isn't it? It loses all the fidelity.
Oh, dude, the stuff they're putting on these discs these kids are buying now, it is so sad. It's like you realize what like high fidelity really is. You know what an album really sounds like. Here's headphones. I mean, sit down with this album. I mean, you'll hear some like fried chicken, yes, but you will also hear some amazing music, depths of music that you can't hear in that compressed MP3 they decided to press into a disc for you for $55 because it's purple or see-through green or puke blue or whatever they call it. Wow, I'm seeing all kind of spinny balls happening everywhere. I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah.
Help me, I am hypnotized.
Lucky, I'm using a microscope, so it's a little bit weird on the zooming in and that.
Okay, so how is this happening? What's going on here, Cammy? Is it just a ball spinning and it's got some
Yep.
kind of
Yeah, it's got a lazy Susan
a
underneath it.
screw printed on it? Kind of.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, I'm trying. Yeah, that's awesome.
Just kind of silly, so it's a little it's a little ball with a lazy Susan, so you can make it. So those waves are not going
Right.
anywhere. They're really, I mean, nothing is traveling.
It-
They're just lines in a circle, and
It reminds me a whole lot of the calibration platters we used to have to use at the station for the turntables. You put on a certain disc that had these printed, like checkerboard type swirly, wavy line edge things, and for different speeds you're supposedly playing records at that don't sound too fast or too slow. That's how you calibrate it with this, like an animated image along the edge of this disc. So that
actually,
if you speed it up and slow it down, it goes one direction or the other direction until it kind of oscillates into the middle plate. Kind of like tuning a guitar with an oscillator.
It's the same thing. You're matching the wavelength. Until you match that wavelength. That's exactly what each one of these would be, is a wavelength. So you're seeing. So yeah, my new little toy is that. So kind of fun. You can get lost in it and just different angles. It's kind of cool too. Raise my camera up.
Don't touch those! Don't you ever touch my balls!
It doesn't say how many lines it has though on here.
Wrappings
one,
or
isn't
whatever.
it? Just
Like,
one
I think
line.
it's 4.
There's 4 lines, or is it one line that's?
Oh, it's one line. It's one continuous line. It is one continuous line. Is right.
It just seems so far apart that it can't actually be. That's the part that makes you hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like how wide the line looks when it's sitting still, that there's no way on the other side those are meeting. It just can't be. In a spiral, even.
No, fabulous.
Yeah.
I don't know what you. Am I
Epic.
big on the screen, or I see it as a little?
No, it's
bitty
good,
thumbnail?
Josh
Yeah.
has you all front and center. It's awesome.
Oh, that's weird. It's got maybe it's because those black dots or whatever. Not quite sure what that is, but that could be the Zach playing with the electronics in the garage.
Probably just the chroma key or the luma key on the OBS. If you're looking at the screen, wondering why there's the weird artifacts on there, and it's only in the lighter areas, that's going to be my luma key that I have set for the
Okay,
call.
because I don't see it at all. I when I look on the thing without that on there, it's like really pretty. It's a deep blue. The color is being washed out on it, but Yeah, fun, and then some fun when Zach and I went. Let's see if we're following the camera. I'm looking at the wrong screen. I'm looking at the YouTube feed and not the other.
You
But
breaking
these
my balls here, huh? You breaking my balls.
Mr. Wong, is it?
I saw that movie one time when it first came out on like DVD, and not again ever since.
Are you kidding? Anytime it's somewhere, I watch it. That shit's epic. When he goes to be disguised and he gets the big process done, and he's get his face contorted, and then they do the big reveal, and it's like just splotches of hair to his face. It's epic. Oh God, I piss myself every time.
we're making everybody dizzy is with how blurry I've got that. But
all right,
that looks.
back up, Kimmy, or maybe
Tell me
forward.
that like.
No, I think it's back it up. You need to back up from it a bit.
How's that? I'm looking at just in the itty bitty thumbnail. I should close it and look at my OBS streamer, see what
Oh
what-
wait, we got Austin back. There we go. You got it. Thank you. It just won't quite.
It's because of it getting dusk, and I've got all kinds of lighting on in this room, and I'm having a hard time. And mostly because I'm going to be really honest. My biggest problem is I'm looking at a big screen on the YouTube feed and small bitty bitty thumbnail in reality, and I'm reacting to what's not really happening. I think it could have been like you may have to take me up, but these are some of the fossils and things that we dug when we went out rock hunting. And we got some really remarkable.
Oh, I see
pieces
some
going.
pretty opalization back on that
Yeah.
one there.
Yeah, but we do need to. I need to do it without the chroma key, and I'm going to take this off and quit sharing because it needs to be without the chroma key. And I have the very, very worst day of light of the day where I normally, and I can even take some side videos because these come up really stunning when I focus in on them. But when I'm looking,
I'm sorry, I thought. Never mind.
yeah, no, you can even talk. I can even say I need to be able to look at what I'm zooming in and on and just set up a little bit differently, and better lighting will make all the difference because this is the one time we're just at twilight, and it's a hard light.
A hard light to work with. Yeah,
really hard light to work with.
I was just getting excited because it was reminding me of Mike being here and the Heartstones, and then playing catch up and watching the him cutting them open. Him and Alex cutting them open there on the Saturday video. It was just mind blowing. The veins and the little chamber area in the vein area. Oh wait, I have pictures here. The one the thing I have, I don't know what it is. I mean, it almost has to be a heartstone, just because what would it be other than that? I don't think they have stomach stones or anything, but
kidney
it's
stone.
just weird. Kidney stone. I got those for you. Where did I put those? Something to some.
I know,
Toaster
to focus. I was doing that really.
That's what I'm trying to
bad.
remember where it is. It's on the chat with Mike, I believe. I put them. Or in Ironworx, maybe. Is that where I stuck them? Hell, I don't know.
Salted cedar.
There we go.
You see teeth in the jaw, or are you tripping? No, it really, really looks like that, and the teeth are completely clear if I were to focus. And I will do it on another show where I'll do a setup a little bit later and focus.
Oh, you have to do a whole new setup, a whole new
Yeah.
gig. I thought you could just change some settings real quick. I'm sorry.
No. I could even do it right now. I just have to stand up and actually. The biggest thing I need to do is put the camera up on the big screen instead of watching what wasn't happening, because again, I was focusing to not what I was doing, and that never helps. Every bit of time it was focused, it was an accident. Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, this is that rock I found in Oregon when I went last time, and I knew it was something weird when I picked it up, and we've talked about it a couple times, but never. I just knew it had crystals on the inside and weird holes in it, and it seemed organic.
And it just looked like
it has weird things going on with it, for sure.
Broken heart.
That's it. It's a broken heart. Oh, I was there with my mom while she was passing, so apropos, without a doubt. But it actually has little fat layers and all you can see in some of the
These things are amazing.
I mean, they're everywhere. That's the other part. Is they're freaking everywhere. I went to get some ice at the ice machine a couple nights ago, and looked down and could see 3 or 4 that were like right there in sight. They were like in the mud, buried, and I'm like, yeah, I know where they are. I'll come back with appropriate, not getting my ice full of mud timing,
And if you're in
But
the city and think
some of
that
the close-ups are just like, look at that. That's
they're
fat.
amazing. Yes,
It's fat. There's no
look at
doubt
that.
that's organic fat, dude, on that fucking rock. And I didn't even think that through until Mike pointed it out. That's the other part, is seeing it through his eyes just opened your eyes to a whole new possibility of what can be going on with these things.
Look down, pick up the rocks, and look at them. And even if you don't get out in nature,
Wow, look
if
how
you're in a
deep that shit
parking
is,
lot,
man.
you can pull it out of the river rock. It's fabulous.
The fat layer is just mind-blowing. And how different it is on the inside versus the outside, and just all of it. The little globules. It's a little globule, a little green globule. And that weird ridge that seems to have the receding fat layer coming off of it. I don't know. It's something. Oh, I just noticed a little red orangish area to the top left there. Anyway.
And that little cavity looks like a little heart.
I know. I just saw that as I was closing. I'm like, wow, that actually looks like a heart. The hole. Yep. Anyway. And I'm sure if I go look through all the other rocks here at the house, there's probably 5 of them I didn't even know,
It
or
is,
in
you
my
pick them
little
up,
garden area or wherever. So
you clean them up, you polish them, and you actually look at them, put them under magnification, and it's mind blowing. It really is watching how nature creates solids, and in this case, petrified remains that have crystallized. Like, hi, Bunny Eye. Aha! Hi, Bunny.
She's hanging out with Dad.
Oh, I'm just scrolling through some pictures. Trying to do it quietly so I don't narrate.
Such a proud papa. Yeah, I'm not one for patience, I gotta say.
Are you rigging it, Zach?
Yep.
Yep.
I'd probably do it better than them anyway.
I believe that.
Hey guys, is 1 gigabyte per? Wait, where's the paper? Hold on. Let me ask. Is where's it at? 1,000 megabytes per second fast?
A gig, yeah. Gigabyte line, yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, because that's the highest one we could get here at the internet at this place. So
what do we have here? Like 400? Cam? And that's
we started with the gigabyte line, and we downgraded it to like for about half of that, just because we did not need everything. Even to upload, so it was really, we got to go down in it because the upload speed didn't change much between that and the other. I'm getting feedback again, Zach. You're playing with the electronics, and I don't know. Can everybody else hear the feedback, or is it just me being in the house?
It may be the background at Austin's, actually. Maybe.
I don't even have anything plugged in over
here. Yeah, no, I think it sounds like a TV or something in the background. And that's cool. You got kids, guy. We know.
Yeah, they're loud. But we got, so it's like 250 megabytes, 500, and 1,000. So I got the 1,000 one, and they'll be out here Monday to hook that up.
Heck yeah, you're gonna be flying.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, listen, give me the fastest one. I don't know any of those numbers. I don't know none of that mumbo jumbo. I just need the best one.
I think they don't mind hearing that right there.
Nah.
I know that definitely locally here, and I mean like regionally locally, not just here in my immediate town, but like in the South area where Cox has coverage, they're infamous for saying, "Yeah, here you go, have some speeds," and then suddenly you notice, 6, 8 months into it, a year into it, that things just don't seem to be right, and you're getting spinny and loading and like, what's going on? You call them and go, well, I was getting this speed, but now I'm getting this speed. What happened? Oh, well, we changed the plan speeds back about 3 months ago. It's like, well, that would have been something to tell me, Oh, well, we'll let you know in an email. Oh, well, that was convenient in amongst all that
Yeah.
spam email you send me every day, 6 or 8 different little things to try to get me to do something different. But I was going to notice that one important one you actually sent. Thanks, assholes. So, and the
Yeah, I did
plan you
have
want now is 5 times the amount and all that. Sorry, go ahead.
I had bright shit. I had Spectrum. That's what I had. And I tried to get it over here. I even requested for them to come over here and survey the area because when I called them, because these apartments, they're only a year old. So when I called them and I told them where I was moving to, it wasn't even coming up on their map. And last they
Been there
know,
too. Yep.
yeah. So when I was like, well, they just built apartments there, and they're like, okay, well, he's like, do you think we'll be able to go out there? I'm like, I don't know, but I think it's worth a shot. So they sent someone, and it was a no. And he calls me back. I was on the phone with him forever. I was trying to keep Spectrum because it's good. We ended up talking about all kinds of shit.
That's awesome. I like when I get on a good service call and it turns into a conversation.
Oh yeah, bro. It went back from fighting to talking about the past couple years, and then I dropped Flat Earth on his ass. I dropped Melodome.live.
There
He's
you
like, "What
go.
do you talk about?" I was like, "Well, I smoke some weed and talk about Flat Earth. How we don't live on the same ball." And he's like, "Dude, the Earth is round." I'm like, "All right, bro. Cool story." It ended after that, like it was done. I'm like, "Hey, man,
Right. The
Melodome.live, bro."
friendliness ended, right? Well, yeah, my last 3-year stretch with no TV. Like when I say no TV, I mean absolutely one channel would come in on a top dollar antenna. Antennas, how far away we were from things, and it was that same thing where it was a new complex, nothing was zoned out there yet. I'm calling people, with satellite internet. I'm trying to do anything to get something going out there, and finally I just gave up and started playing my guitar and playing video games and not worrying about TV. And it was quite a pleasant change. Quite a
I'll
pleasant.
tell you what bothers me, right? So I was worried about that problem. I lived at an apartment complex a few years back, and I had that problem. But what really bothers me is that I had Spectrum for years, and they got it's a package deal. You get cable, phone, and internet. Well, we don't have a house phone. We don't watch television, and it's just we need the internet. So here's the package deal for all three. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want those two other things. I just want internet. And it's
And it goes up.
yeah, that's like the price it should be for all three of those things. It's
Yeah.
reversed, it's inverted. I'm like, why in the fuck do I have to pay 3 times the amount if I just want the internet? Well, no, you have to
Just
sign
take
up.
it. Just take the package. Take the
Yeah.
package. Take the TV. Get the TV. You wanted the TV. Oh, it's ridiculous. Same thing here. Yeah, we only wanted the internet. And they're like, here, if you get this, this, and this, you can have all the world. I'm like, yeah, but I just want the internet. Well, here's your huge bill every month. Enjoy. Yeah, it's bad. Very bad. Wow, Kimmy, what the hell you got on your desk now? I got to see this. Hang on. I'm going to pin you up and see what you have. Wow.
I found that on top of the soil. No digging.
That's craziness. Make it big for everybody else, Josh. Didn't. because I see things here, but I'm not really quite sure what I'm looking at overall. I mean, how this would have occurred overall. That's just crazy.
Now let's see. You have it up there good, or I mean, is it okay to? Well, let you
I
look at
have
it a
you
little bit
pinned
big.
on my screen. I don't know what Josh
There
has
we go.
going for everybody else.
This is what you were looking at before, and I'll pull back on it.
Right, that was blurry. This is crazy.
That look was blurry, and I said you can't
Is
see
this
it
the
at all.
teeth that were
And
mentioned
even
in the chat?
hmm
Epic.
and even like the art. Yeah, we've got most of the artifacts on the screen. Definitely doing better, but here, let me.
Crazy. Wow.
These again.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Like the blood markings and that all that,
I
and
mean,
then
look
these
at the
crystals are
organics, man. Look at it.
match with the perfect crystal. And look at this.
Ah, that's crazy.
Your bone coming together. You really feel that bone structure here. So I believe, yeah, we're holding a jaw of something.
And the fat layers.
And
That is
you
just
guys,
so crazy. I've never even considered that all the years of looking at stones. Years, my whole life. Never thought, oh,
okay.
that's fat on there.
Thank you for giving me the chance to redeem myself on the camera, because the difference
Oh, you
that's
did.
happening,
This is epic, man.
and I can do
That's
some other. The
beautiful.
difference is I am actually looking at the picture wide, holding it and focusing, instead of looking at a screen that's
Your
in different
feet.
focus.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at my feet. I was a couple minutes, about 30 seconds out of tune.
Yeah,
And
that is all
nothing I was
craziness.
doing was making sense, and so I apologize for that wild ride. But this is like, again, crazy, and I'll pull out and give you a full big view on it too, on the jaw.
Now, what you were doing earlier with your magnifying camera, I was actually doing that early on when I first got my more recent smartphone. Not this one, but the last one, the 7, I think it was. Yeah, the 7 Edge. It had this weird magnifying glass thing that when you used it for regular pictures and videos, it just gave it this effect that I couldn't get with the regular camera. There was no way to make it happen. I have a whole folder full of those pictures I would just go around taking of things like buildings, trees, normal stuff, not close-up stuff. It was crazy what it would do.
This is, actually great. It's fabulous. I love it. As far as
so
a camera, I've got
nuts.
on
Look at that.
some of the other finds. We could actually, I should move the camera back down. All I'm doing is I'm putting the camera on top of a Kleenex box, and I just put this is a reading tablet that you can get to put your books on, or I think it's called a tracing pad, but it's a nice diffuse backlighting. So when you have really bad lighting, you can I said I can account for these things usually when I'm looking at the right picture that I'm focusing on. And let's move this camera in a little. I want to get this one zoomed
Zach,
way
are you
in.
firing up your device? Because I keep hearing these weird noises. So you must be opening a portal somewhere. Cammy's got the crystals. You've turned on the field. It's about to energize. I just saw a spark on Cameron's camera. What the hell are you doing, Zach? Oh, there it goes.
I turned it on. It's working. I gave it one bolt. I just wanted to make sure that little light was gonna. Yeah, I fixed it. So I am not going to promote this product. Yeah,
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down, not being good to you.
Just by looking at how it's put together and how it's built on the inside.
It's dangerous to people if they don't know what they're doing.
Well, not even that. I just don't think it's built to last. It's
right.
Yeah, but I do.
Some people don't have your expertise level to go in there and do the rigging that you just did with it, so they would maybe attempt to just go ahead and jam it and fire it up, and it might cause, a fire. I mean,
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
MacGyvered it. But yeah, that was crazy. You heard something when I turned that on?
yeah, I could hear it happening. And I'm like, he must be firing it up. And then
That was
it was funny
about
because Cammy had moved the crystal a certain way, and one of the facets caught a real bright light, and it was about the time you were doing the zoom, zoom. I was like, oh Lord,
Oh, I was listening to
they're
that.
opening a portal.
yeah,
But
it should be about at least 3 feet away.
That's how the
I'm gonna have
Smooth
to
Stacks
be
did it, I think, right?
at Flattoberfest. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna have to be like up against the back wall or something, because people with medical devices can't be around these things. Not within at least a meter. So that sucks. I gotta be super careful. I'd hate to kill somebody.
yeah, that would be like not good at all.
But it works. Cool. I feel better now. Just a little MacGyvering. I used to love that show, and I always wanted to be like MacGyver. Always wanted to.
Me too. I
got
tried
in a
watching
lot
the
of
new one.
trouble.
We should put Zach on instead of me playing with the rocks. I can get lost in this.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. Don't worry. Oh, and I still never found that rock with the screw thing in it, like Mike had showed us last week too. I don't know where I've done with that box of stuff. It's here. I know it's here. I've seen it, talked about it before, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we used to do Mystery Science Theater 3000 to MacGyver. Me and my cousin. We were like 9, 10, 11 years old. We were young. Wow, that's a good one. Look at
Yeah,
that.
that's cool. Very
It
cool.
was sitting right on top of the soil. Like you'd see like a couple of the points sticking up, and then there was just dirt and mud and clay packed down inside of it. But you just see one little part of it on top of the soil and do a little bit of movement, and the thing just pops out right on top of the ground. I was blown away. Couldn't believe it.
Now, for people that think that nature doesn't draw in straight lines, this is the micro. When you see how micro it is, I mean, oops, dirty fingernail, because we play in the mud. But yeah, this is the micro. And you can see it macro too. See the straight lines. The organization is gorgeous. You can again get mesmerized in it. We found a lot of really cool things. I have a whole plate full of them, so I could sit there and pull one out after another, and each one is its own little. We've got bigger too, but I was going to make these like little giveaways and that for Flattoberfest for the kids for donating, little things to play with, and I've got little UV lights and that. But these are fun because again, we dug these up and really had a good time with them. Is that remarkable?
Yeah, I think they'll be blown away.
And again, we are looking, if I had a little bit of daylight left, which I don't, again, we just shifted over because these things take off with a little bit of, I could hit a little bit of UV and see what happens on it. Some other types of lighting. I don't know how our,
Zach, you're turning it on and off again a few times now. You've already done it a couple times.
Nope, I'm being good now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think over like the center of my room, close to the bed, I think would be a good spot, just away from my computer.
Josh?
Happy Friday, my friend.
That wasn't the mm-hmm.
curiosity.
Happy Friday, my friend.
Happy Friday, my friend.
Dude, that freaked me out. I thought somebody was sitting in Austin's chair.
That's awesome, Cam.
Morpheus.
Got the Melodome shirt on and the head there, dude. It looked like Uncle Fester for a second with sunglasses on. Yeah,
He's here to feed the
that
red
is
pill.
awesome, dude. Ken Wheeler before summertime.
Or Elon Musk on vacation.
Do you ever go back and look at any of the old Ken Wheeler videos, like 7 years ago Ken Wheeler videos?
Hey, I was literally thinking about doing that the other night because I'm hooked on his shit now. Every time he goes live, I go over there. Every time he drops a video, I'm watching it. That dude, he's something else, man. But yeah, I was thinking about doing that, going back and just binge some of his old stuff. You know, I wanted to see where he was at. You know,
he explains all his
we did.
tattoos and sacred geometry and stuff, and a lot of it is first videos. That's what he started on. Yeah, awesome stuff. Just amazing.
Yeah, I like all the ink he has. I like
Yeah,
that.
it all has a purpose. You know, they're all like signs and symbols of physics and this and that and blah, blah, blah.
So I think OBS has an update that I've not downloaded. This is about the 5th time the fucking thing has crashed on me, just as a heads up. So I'm going to have to close it out. So it's going to throw up the video.
So it's going to end and restart?
No, it just messes up the video aspect of the show. Audio and everything is still going.
I got you. Yeah.
OBS
I was
pissing me off today.
Updating things yesterday, I think it was, just on my
There we go.
graphics card. And I thought, I better check on Skype and Zoom and all those things since Friday's coming. I never thought about that.
Hey, where's the capacitor at in this thing? I don't remember seeing that. I even MacGyvered it up right. I put some couple extra of these in there. Oh, that's a capacitor for the light though. There's no way that thing. All I see is a resistor and the transistor. There's one capacitor in here, but it's hooked up to the light bulb there. Unless that's for the whole. I don't know. It works. That's all that's important. So instead of having a nice plug not really that great of a plug. I don't even know where I put it. But yeah, having a plug with 2 loose wires coming out anyway, instead I just have 2 loose wires. Took out, this was the plug. And then I had 2 loose wires coming out that really just were wires. So it's no different, really. And that I'll save for rainy day.
I'm gonna hook this bitch up. I'm over here like, I hit the bowl, I'm stoned. And now I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna hook this fucking room up, bro.
That's the studio, huh?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And the animals will be in here too. Our animals will be in here.
They're always good to have around during the show, though. Everybody loves them.
Yeah, I'm thinking about having them in like the background because if I do a night show, the sugar gliders will be awake. If I do a day show, the bearded dragon will be awake. So
those sugar gliders seem like they'd be fun. They climb all over you?
They're not to me, but to my wife. They're all about my wife. They won't do that to me yet. I don't spend that much time with them. I think they're cool to watch. They won't let me touch them. I tried, and I don't want to get bit because they will bite if they don't like you. Kaylee had to work. Yeah, Kaylee had to like work herself in with the babies. But mommy and daddy are all about her, and now all 4 of them are pretty much up her butt. And she can have them on her, like, so it can get to a point. I mean, I don't think she has the mom and dad like that yet, but she could. You can get them so comfortable with you that you can take them out, and they will never jump off of your body. Like, that is their home. They will never jump off your body, no matter what. And if you'll carry like a bonding pouch, that's where they'll run to if something were to happen. They're not going to jump off you. They're going to go hide, on you.
And that's
So,
like a little
That is
purse,
awesome,
right? A
dude.
fur-lined purse, like a little pouch for them just to crawl into, right? Just a bag with fur inside of it to make them feel warm and cozy. That's really cool
yeah.
shit.
What she would do is she would take the bonding pouch and put it under her shirt, right there on her, like right there on her breast and stuff. And them just being there and smelling her scent the whole time, they just like that. And she's the only one that feeds them. She sings to them. And the mom and dad, do you know that the moms sing to the babies and the babies sing back the same tone and pitch? They will sing to each other, bro. It's amazing. Yeah, they're awesome. They're very
I wanted one a lot, and like, because here they had them go through the mall a few different times, and there they've got the Mac one, that comes out on the shoulder and does all the jumping around, flying, all that stuff. And then my son got one and brought it to their house, and it pretty much stayed in its little cage because it was terrified of the kids up there, because it was just not dealing with the grandkids well at all. It was like, woo, no. But they eventually got it used to it, and it finally started acting more sociable. But yeah, it was a whole thing with it.
Our baby will feed the bearded dragon and all. I mean, the bearded dragon accidentally bit the baby once because he thought his finger was a worm. And for like a half a second, the bearded dragon hung on his finger. And my son looks up at me and is like, what just, because he's feeding him all the time. And that's the first time ever happened. But my bearded dragon let go right away, and that's the only thing that's ever happened. And it was just because he has a little finger that looks like a little worm. So, But other than that, it's been great. And the sugar gliders, they're good. I don't, personally, I don't spend any time with them. I don't, so they're not, I mean, the male will take food out of my hand. The male is the one we had the longest. We had the male for the longest time, and he's cool as fuck. Honestly, I don't think he would bite me. But the mom, the babies, most definitely. Like, I've tried, and they've came at me. So, but they're really friendly. They just will not like a male that they don't know. Like, it's just like that. And the mom with the babies in there, like, we're supposed to get another cage so we can separate them, because we're going to sell the babies, and we're going to keep the mommy daddy, because we're just going to keep them, pump out some babies, sell them, do it again, sell them. It'll work out. It's a pretty good thing because they go for about 300 pop. And we got some good looking ones, and Kaylee does a really good job with, like, they will be great to go out with. And we're gonna get a bigger thing for our bearded dragon. Like I said, I'm over here thinking about how I'm gonna set this place up and stuff. My mind's all over the place. I'm just glad I'm here. I've been in that fucking hotel for like 2 weeks, and it felt like 2 fucking months, dude. And it's just because we're all in there, and I got my stuff all in this storage unit, and I'm waiting. I'm dealing with these people, going through stuff. It's just come on, let's go August 5th, and now it's here. Everything worked smooth today. It was just great. My wife's in there doing what she's wanting to do, getting things where they need to go. I hear the kids playing. I'm on with some friends that I haven't done this in a minute, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel very blessed right now. And stoned.
Awesome. All around, brother. I'm glad it's worked out for you. Cammy, that is mind blowing, that rock going like into a flame.
And it really feels like a flame here. I'm not, it really honestly feels like this is Youp, right? And here as the light's going out, we're having a little bit of fun. But I think y'all saw it with the light on. It
Now
just
I
looks
can't
like
remember. You explained before why you can get this to work on camera, and I couldn't make mine show because I have that little stab of it too that does that in my hand, but it wouldn't come through on my camera setting, and I never did go change anything. What was it again?
because I'm using a microscope camera and you're
That's
using the
it. The
webcam,
camera you're using is the microscope cam.
which
Exactly.
is part of the reason I'm using the
Yep.
microscope is that
Absolutely.
I'm not getting all of the UV completely stripped from the effects that when I go to the webcam it will. Just like what I had going on in the background before, you saw the ocean jasper and the way it was also fluorescing and looking under the UV. But as it gets darker here, I'm going to turn on the overhead so you get a look of how this looks like granite.
Mojo Shop says it looks like a ball of chorizo.
Yeah.
All of this is going to be at How the World Works exhibit, right, at Flattoberfest?
As a matter of fact, it will be.
Nice.
So let me bring no, let's not make the same mistake I made before. And let's look at our picture. So yeah, if you look at it now, I'm just hitting it. And again, under daylight, you would get it. It's just with the thing. It looks like a piece of granite. Absolutely fabulous. But even, let me take the light off of it a little bit. This is just an overhead light. But I'm going to run some UV on it here even. And you can see a reflection of the UV, that purple thing. But the whole thing seems to catch fire like a flame. And again, some other areas of the stone. This is a medium
And it's
piece.
not
They have
even the
better
areas
pieces.
getting orange that I would have thought when you had the light different. Like the areas I thought were going to turn orange didn't. They stayed pretty much the same. That's crazy. That is.
It's the angle I'm holding it at, and again, the UV is going to work in a
It's like
wavelength
the
pattern.
magic key ball that you put into place, and suddenly it starts glowing from inside.
Let's see if I can check this from. I have two wavelengths on this one, so I'm trying to maybe get a different effect on it. But yeah, this is 395, very little, or for me, it's very little. I guess it like makes a reflection there. It does kind of do it good for the camera. Wow. And this is 365.
Yeah, the other one, that one. That's the one.
This is
like inner fire burning. That's just crazy.
These people, if you're getting little UV lights, or that most of the ones you're going to get are in a 395 nanometer bandwidth is the default. Look a little bit further. What you really want is in the 200s, but those ones cost a lot of money. But there's a 365 that I'm using here that you can get a nice 365 for $20. Look for a little decent wattage on it. And I think you'll be a lot happier with minerals than you are with the 395 that you do for like pet stains and some other things. But this is definitely a better mineral bandwidth. And then again, if you get into the shortwave, I think it's 265. I have that on one very weak. That's when you really bring out the colors. But you need to wear shielded glasses and put it in. You need to make the conditions better. Safe for viewing. Where this is still in a fairly safe category. You don't ever want to look at the UV light directly in your eyes. What you doing, Zach?
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna set up the Tesla coil in the middle of the garage, away from everything, and I can't help it.
I love this guy.
I'll switch it over to him. Yeah, we'll do that.
He's gonna have to order another one here soon.
He'll burn this one out tonight, right? He'll burn this one out tonight.
Well, they gave me 2 more transistors, so I'll be all right for a little while.
You are fluorescent. What are you?
Hell, and I haven't looked in on chat in a long minute now because I've been lost in the fireball.
Sounds like Zach's bending the matrix.
Right.
I just got Zach again, or not Zach. I got Walt going again. I just spun a ball on
I
stream.
know, that's
so
what I'm saying. I'm trying to get away from you, Cammy.
trying to get away from me, and look what I do. I know.
I need one of those, man. In the worst way.
For those that were wondering, like again, the size and that of it having it, it's just got a little flat bottom, fairly solid.
And what would one call such a thing to find one for oneself? Like, what would I look up to get a device of that nature?
You know,
I call Thingamabob or a Doomaflachi?
You know, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know. I threw away the thing. I just, it was with the. I mean, you definitely know the group of toys it was in, and they, unlike who was ever watching New York Post, will like keep it vague on whose screen. I get spammed with when I read even New York Post, they spam me with things like this.
Right.
I mean, I really get hit with, and I'm a
on
sucker.
Places, same thing. It'll either be guitar stuff like effect pedals or guitars, or it'll be like little science doohickeys.
Oh God! If something's got a magnet in it, forget about it. It's all over. It's like all over the thing. But here, will.
Wow, that makes this too hot. Ooh.
Very nice. Oh, I like that. We'll put that little.
Come on, Bo.
Well, goodness.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is definitely a laid-back show. We haven't had one quite this laid-back in a while, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out. You just don't know how much we love y'all.
Like when we say we had no plans, we had nothing.
Right, and I'm saying, like, I'm just wrapped up in watching the rocks and watching Zach and waiting for it all to, like I said, when the rocks start glowing, we're gonna know y'all have hit the right frequency.
Your balls are showing.
Oh, my rocks are glowing.
Your balls are showing.
I still would be so proud.
Your rocks are glowing.
Glowing.
I hear it.
It's been years never using any of these.
Ironically, I found a list in a notebook when I was doing some cleaning up yesterday or the day before that had a lot of stuff I had written down, sound bites I was going to get, and don't have them, so I need to go find them. Hey, sweetie. Hey, baby.
Bro, that cat reminds me of my kid, and my cat would do that. It would sound like a drowning baby, and it would traumatize me. What the fuck is going on right now? Is my cat turning into a fucking demon? And
right, dude. There's times she starts in another room, and it's like, what is happening in there? I go check on her because I'm not sure if she's not transforming. All this kind of stuff. It's like, hey, what up? What up? Yeah, she's pretty worked up. Actually, I'm surprised she had calmed down, but I don't know. Something triggered her. Now she's sitting on top of the windowsill looking outside, so she's transfixed for the moment. Uh-oh, he did it. He turned all the power off. I knew he would shut it down eventually.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, he's making it glow. He's making it glow. Look. This is how your sky works, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the world's least economical glow stick.
I'm not a good beatboxing dude.
That is Krypton.
You better get out of there, Superman.
He'd been eating plenty of lead.
This is just regular old air. The air we're breathing.
Hey, Walt, go into song, Walt, with all we need is the air that we breathe. Come on, you're our music one.
Lots of
All
purple.
we need is the air that we breathe and to love you.
I'll do you back up, Josh.
Jeez, these things get really warm now with this much more power. Okay, folks, this is electrostatics affecting gases right here. It is speeding up the gases and moving them around to make them bump into each other and light up. That's how this works.
He's right, you know.
Imagine a big area filled with those gases.
Much like the
Some
Flat
type of
Earth festivals.
electromagnetic device traveling through it throughout
No,
the day.
no magnet here. Just electrostatic.
No, right.
Kill that. This, what is this? This is
It's dark.
this is oxygen. Now this one never really lit up with the smaller one. Ooh, it's like a white glow. Barely lighting up. That's beautiful. Wow, you can barely see that on the camera.
We see it though. It's very subtle, but we do see it.
Wow. I don't want to touch it while I'm holding these in my hand, just in case I drop it. I don't want to break these. They get real hot though. Every single one now of the gases inside of here has gotten really, really hot. So that's what happens. This is now if it had a place to go, like right here, I just lit up that it was just air. And if it's contained in a tube, you know, these are closed. When it's contained in here, it has nowhere to go. So it has to bounce around and it excites and lights up. But here, the gas doesn't just light up right next to the Tesla coil because it's able to be pushed away from the Tesla coil. I wonder if I put a nail on this, what it would do.
Bro, you're a teacher, bro. You're crushing. I love what you're doing, bro. That's so cool.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah,
I need you. I was gonna say I need you to go in front of the fuse box. That way, I have the 3D view that I can see you through the window and onto screens, and really have the all around because I'm angled and it's pretty darn cool.
And I really want to see what happens when you
That
put that
one
in
looks
front
like
of the
it's
fuse
arcing
box.
through the whole tube.
Yeah, it does here too. It's like crazy where I'm touching it on my fingers. It's making like a Y up here.
And what was the gas again?
This is CO2.
Definitely walk towards the fuse box, so I want to see if I can see it through the.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I felt it.
Ah,
Discharge?
Yeah, from the coil itself. It jumped out and grabbed me. That was neat. It didn't hurt.
I meant to do that.
That was neat. Neat.
Wow,
Neat.
yeah, it singed the hair on my finger.
yeah. I kind of remember this from Ace being over that you were liking it a little bit, Zach. That's right. It was.
That was it sings.
Ah. Good times Friday night at the Nodell household. Yeah.
So the CO2, some component in what it was doing made that happen. It had to have been. You didn't get closer, did you, than you did before?
Yeah, I did. I touched it.
Oh, you did get closer. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Now,
Okay.
this is air. That other one was argon. I just read it wrong. This one's the air.
Huh.
That's like a violet purple color.
Really? That's not what it's coming across as
Yeah,
on camera. It's
I can
almost
see
orange.
it.
yeah, white orangey.
The
Not
casting.
seeing
Almost like
the.
daylight. I was gonna say, it looks like
It's almost.
daylight before you
It's
said
almost.
purple.
It's almost like he needs my microscope camera.
Oh, I wonder what would happen
Oh
seeing
yeah.
it do that.
I think we're gonna need to bring me in there to do the
Oh, you know what else is? You need to look through all this while he's doing it with the polarized layers of stuff you have.
we can do all this. He's going to have
You know what I'm saying?
to.
Like, see what the polarization of those layers of the film. I can't remember what it's all called, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're doing, and yeah, I know how to do that.
Now this one's
If you're saying what I
Yeah, like with the tape, how you did with the tape and showed how it changed colors and all that. That
Exactly.
layering of stuff. If you did
you
that
want me to pop it
across here,
between some filters, and I'd
that
like
would
to
be
do that.
crazy. Oh wow!
We'll
look at
be able to
this.
do
What
all
is
of that.
that one?
That's right.
And we're getting that as red, which again we're going to
Dude,
pick
that's
up
lighting
with the
you
web.
up. Yeah, that's lighting you up, Zach. We can actually see you with it.
What color is it for you, Zach?
Orange.
Orange, perfect. That's how we see it. We are getting
Now it
stripped.
looks like the sun. Now it's like the
Nice.
sun. It's an orangish yellow glow right here.
And we're getting more of a straight red because again, you're going to go with these webcams the way that they filter out stuff and the phone cams.
It's
Yeah.
really getting warm. The gas, the tube is warm. Whoa. Whoa, yeah.
Well, luckily Zach and I are literally about 20 feet away from each other right now.
Sorry.
As the crow flies, I'm looking in through the window and I see that view that you see of the little gray box behind it. I'm looking through his window and seeing that straight on at an angle. Yep, lights out. But at some point,
laughing.
we'll
I went to
bring his
chat,
stuff in
kind of
here.
played catch up, and I saw somebody. Who was it? Damn it! I was
This
scrolling too far back.
is
Go ahead.
nitrogen. Okay, we're up to 9 volts. There we go. About 12 volts, it kicks on. It lights up all right. Not quite neon. That purple with it's like pink. It's more of a pink in the center.
We're gonna have to get together with the microscope camera on some of these. It won't be tonight because we're doing it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the P1000.
Oh, the P1000 would be
wow.
ideal. Any of his good camera. Oh, he's got the cameras galore. He can do things like I get him a little microscope. But we will be in adjoining tables, and our little equipment will walk back and forth at Plateauberfest. Because we walk stuff back and forth all of the time and throw each other's stuff in each other's things. And sometimes toys that come in from me will wind up with his stuff and vice versa, depending on the area of nerdiness. It's a fun house. It is a fun house.
And this is helium.
Holistic media, capilicious, sleep well.
Whoa.
Sweet
Enjoy your
dreams.
weekend.
Absolutely. And it was Brian Evans who missed 420, Zach, blaming you and the Tesla coil.
Oh no!
Right.
Oh, I
we all
missed
missed it. We all missed it.
Let's catch. I'm playing catch up right now. Right now. Well, I have to tell you what I've been doing because you're old enough to appreciate it. I think some other people were. But reaction videos. This is the funniest ever. The funniest. If people want to do this, watch the reaction videos to Little Red Corvette because you have all of the rappers that their parents listened to Prince and that, and they heard it as little kids, and they heard the Little Red Corvette thinking it's about a little car, driving the cars, and now they're like, yeah,
now
it's
they're
so
going,
cute.
Wait, there's something going on.
Yeah, they're like, first going into it, it's like, yeah, it's so cute. This one makes me think of my parents. It's so adorable. My dad used to call my mom a little pink thunderbird, and they're sitting there, and they're like, Trojans, pocket, some of them you. Oh my God, the woman, it's her. She's fast. It's not a car. Oh my parent. The reactions are flipping hysterical too. Great. If you don't know the words to Little Red Corvette, for those that are too young to remember the 80s. Little Red Corvette was never bad a car.
Be careful.
I had the power off. It was weird.
But
The
yeah,
light stays on for a while after you kill it and take all the power off. That little LED, that it's got to be in the capacitor.
Hanging on to some juice.
Yeah, or maybe what's left in the coil. I'm not sure, but yeah, I touched it there while it was off, and it didn't. But yeah, that thing will get you a little bit. It burned the hair on my knuckle.
maybe it burns.
Very cool. Now I want to take the globe off and see if I can get some lightning discharges.
Where you at, man? Look at this guy. Austin's missing this. And for those of you at home, don't try this at home. Zach
Yeah.
is a professional psychotic electromagnetic dude. Don't ever start disassembling electric devices at your
I've
home.
been taking apart VCR since I was 9 years old.
Yeah, this is not his first rodeo, and this is not his first test of coil. He is experienced.
Very, very much experienced.
And
But
these are
first
the
of
things.
all, have you ever been experienced?
Woo! I
Wait,
see it. Wow.
we're not, but don't do anything to make it happen because that might hurt you.
No, I don't think you're going to be able to. Mate, let me, I don't know how close I can get you.
Oh, Lord, he's going to take out the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, I see purple. Yeah, I see it. Like a little sticking up. Like, yeah, absolutely.
That's ionic wind. That's creating ionic wind.
Oh, that is epic.
Whoa, I can actually feel it. I don't want to stick my hand through this.
Yeah, I can feel.
Feel the wind.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So even though it works and everything and blah, 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 I'm still not happy with the My next one, we'll see how that one goes. Next one's going to be a 48 and that'll be for trying to send electricity through the ground. That's what I'm going to use that one for.
Yeah, we have the heart.
Fast forward a year from now, Zach's out in the yard with wash tubs and soda bottles and calling Parker on the phone. What's up? Help me figure this out.
Maybe he's meant to grow to them because we have that sad story that we were like 10 hours away from taking delivery of a giant Tesla. What happened?
Oh, it just stopped. That light was just sitting there pulsing. Getting weaker and weaker and weaker right before I showed it to you.
That's right. That's crazy.
Here, we can do this real quick. Oh, I didn't run the pulse on. That was weird. I got a lot of playing. Lots of playing to do. Cool.
Extremely cool.
Yep. All that with just 20 volts. That's the coolest part about it. And it takes a direct current and turns it into a scalar wave. It's kind of like creating an ionosphere. Why the whole tree of life. I'm not certain that that's really I don't know. Is it a tree or is it a giant Tesla coil of some sort that's creating our electric field? I don't know. I know it can be done like that now, so that's just another puzzle piece that I don't know if it fits in or not. Yeah.
Now you need to start creating magnetic fields to place your tubes in, and then using the tone generators to start creating frequency tone fields and see what other things. You'll be freaking John Hutchison before you know it.
We do. We have the tone generator here. We have a Rife machine that has, you can plan all the frequencies. I bet I could get it to
Effect.
do some cool stuff.
Yeah. I bet you could.
Bob's thinking about maybe getting an oscilloscope. They're expensive though.
Yeah, they are. I was looking at one, just a guitar tune-in version, and it's ridiculous how expensive they are.
Still affecting your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, mom and pop shop. Ooh, it's warm. Watch out. Yeah, this thing right here.
It discharged. I felt it. I heard it discharge when you touched it.
This is for the transistor to cool off, because there's a little transistor inside, right down in there on the inside of here. Can't really see it. Where's that stupid camera? Okay, yeah, see that little metal piece right down there? That's your transistor. And this thing is just to take the heat of the transistor and disperse it. See how it's shaped?
Like a sink. It's a heat sink.
Yeah. So, I mean, they have all the right components and parts and all that kind of stuff. I'm not complaining about that. Just none of the wires are like held to the base. They're all kind of just floating around in there freely. Some of the wires that they're not really. I mean, this one I bought, this was from an actual like scientific place. And like the wires they use are a much smaller gauge. So it's a thicker wire, it's more durable, where these are not. Ooh, there's a piece of my hair that got stuck to it. Whew. Yeah, it did get warm, very warm when I touched it. Well, I got that out of the way. Well, yeah, see, here's this transistor difference, and that has that little heat thing. And this one's just way bigger. Power. But yeah, I have them both at Flytoberfest. One for doing something and one for doing something else. We'll see.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
There's still something going on with it, though. The one that you had on, it's doing something, discharging or whatever, because it keeps affecting the phone.
I mean, it shouldn't be.
It definitely is. We hear it. Me and Josh are both hearing it. I know we are. I don't know if the rest of the guys out there are, but it's definitely still.
I've been hearing it. Yeah.
You're hearing it, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear my speakers.
See, when you moved it, it just did something else.
Yep, when you touched it with both hands.
Not that one. Now go pick the other one back up.
Now bring it closer.
Bring it.
Wait, take that top hand and just move it about 6 inches away. Yeah, just like that. Now stand on one foot. No, just hop up and down.
Yeah, it had to still been letting stuff go because we were hearing it do like little zzz out of nowhere.
Like it would still build,
kind of flickering around.
It was still building up a charge. I kept thinking of Walter Lewin and that and the way with it when that water would pass through, the charge would build up until it would discharge.
Discharge.
And then it would build up and discharge. And that's kind of what it sounded like in my head, as it would build up and then discharge.
So not too shabby. It works, at least. Kind of upset about the whole plug-in thing. But really, that was just something for me to lose. And I probably would have had to do this eventually anyway, knowing me.
There you go. You need to write up a list of critiques on how they can improve their design.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, really, if they would have just ran the wire
it's still
straight out
affecting
like
your
I
phone,
did.
guy.
Good idea, Bill.
Yeah, the instant discharge. Yeah, pretty neat. It's going to teach me a lot.
Shout out to Billy Zig as well.
What? Absolutely. I need to go back to chat. Damn it.
Much love, Billy.
Absolutely, Billy. Thank you for being here.
Hey, there you go. Fraunhofer diffraction. Thank you, Billy.
Epic.
I brought that up on Glowbusters yesterday.
There you go. So you might have talked about that recently, huh?
Yeah, speaking to people about, everybody knows angular resolution limit, that phrase, and this and that, but when they're trying to explain it to people, it's so much easier if you have, the right phrase for them to go research on their own.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's that one phrase. How many arguments has that stopped for you, Josh?
A shit ton. About light passing through an aperture? Yep. Well, why would a boat disappear from the bottom up? Well, because that's the way light works. On a flat plane, everything will necessarily disappear from the bottom up. That's just how it be.
Unless you're upside down, then it'll go top.
So if they were to bend over and watching a ship sail away with their head between their legs,
yep,
then it disappears from the bottom or from the top down.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Or would that be from the top up?
No, it'd be top down. Because they'd be going towards the sky, and you're upside down. Then they'd be down under. So it's probably that. Oh man, very cool, very cool. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna get a good night's sleep before I play. Yeah, right.
Guys, psych.
Yeah, I won't be. I'll be laying there in bed, sitting there, trying to figure out. And I'm outside with all this humidity. For that to create that size of art, I can't wait to take this thing into a cool, dry place.
Yeah, air conditioning on.
2-inch easy art coming off that thing. It said it's supposed to make really big lightning. But I know with the humidity as high as it is and the temperature here, it's not going to do it.
When you said that about the humidity, it made me think of something that happened just a few hours ago. It began to storm here out of the blue, like right after I had, Michelle had decided, well, her mom, anyway, lots of stuff. She had to leave, so I had to run to town and get a few things. And when I left here, it was sunny skies and really had no clue that there was going to be rain. I got in the store, did my thing. Suddenly, as I'm on the phone with her, I hear this noise. She's like, oh my God, the bottom just fell out. Interestingly enough, as I walked out the door of that store, my, here, let me show you guys. If you can see this big knob of bone, wherever it is, here, sticking up, that's my collarbone that's still broken from the wreck a few years ago. Never got repaired. It's just an open, broken off bone there that's hanging. And so I leave, go outside, and that starts instantly screaming in pain, which I never thought about the weather. Went to the next store, got inside, did my stuff, no pain, no pain. Got outside again, boom, agony. It's like, what is going on? And then it hit me, oh, rain. Bone hurts, broken bone, rain. Okay, duh. But then that idea in my head was like, okay, so why? Why would broken bone hurt in rain, but not in warm, soothing bath shower type situations? It's water, it's humid, it's wet, it's water, but it's not making you have pain. It's healing the pain or easing the pain. But outside in the atmosphere, that's when the bone hurts. And then I started thinking about some of the things, like James True talking about the bones in the earth being batteries. And we now have looked at these electromagnetic ideas with the remnants of titans on the plane, and just that idea that this bone being exposed to the electromagnetic effect phenomena going on during the rainstorm made it start hurting. That's the only thing that I could come up with. Does that sound plausible or just insane?
Well, aren't our bones also crystal?
And crystal, absolutely. Again,
well, so rock
affected
and all that,
magnetically, resonantly.
Right. It's like all, kind of on the same page. I don't know. That's how I look at it.
Bones are crystalline. We do pick up things like this. I know that there's something out there called an arthritis forecast, which is based on air pressure and mediation and the weather and that, and they can forecast on that level bad arthritis days very, very accurately. And also I've noticed that it tends to go with the space weather too, and the fields and what the field lines are. We are part of the system. We can't leave the system because we are part of the system here, interacting with it. And I definitely think we feel all of that. And I think it makes perfect sense. Your body is a receptor. You're receiving the energy, receiving the waves, and that. And your arthritis is just a way of, it's your body saying it's an autoimmune thing, your body not liking what's going on. So I don't know. Nothing you said seemed at all woo-woo at all to me. Walt, it all makes sense with the way that we operate. And again, your bones are crystalline. You have little magnets.
We have
all
crystals
over your
in us,
body.
exactly.
We have
Absolutely.
well, I mean, what do you think you are if you break down? Again, solid is crystalline, and liquid and plasmas, and that's what it is. And it would only make sense. It would be silly to say that we're not connected. Again, connected or affected to the field. Did I lose everybody? Or are we just having one of those special
It's just you and me, baby.
minutes?
No, we're all here. We're all here.
I got some truth bumps with all that right there.
There you go. So it must have hit right. Nice. Excuse me.
Tammy, I'm going to drop this in chat. I don't think we've played this here, at least not in a while, or have we? The buckets with the water dripping? Did we do that here, or was that Glowbusters?
Walter Llewellyn?
Yeah. With the water dripping.
Oh, yeah. We did. We watched it. Hell, wasn't it? That wasn't when Mike was here, was it?
Okay, I thought it might have been recent. I know I watched it recently. I wasn't sure if it was here.
I think it was when Mike was here. I think it might have broken his brain a little bit. And if it wasn't
Bill, we showed that one not too long ago.
Yeah, Bill.
That's one of my favorites. That's
Bill
the
talking
video.
about in chat. Yeah, Bill Wall.
That's the video that got me into electricity.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I started watching Walter Lewin videos that day.
Right.
Down this journey.
Yep. It's epic.
I think it was like a week later I bought the Van de Graaff generator. Yeah, nerds and our toys.
Zach, you are making all kinds of disturbances in the force. I know I
Yeah,
can feel
dude,
it
you
through the.
we're
You
all hearing it.
rumble through the headphones. I don't know if the audience is getting it
Yeah,
too, but it kind of
we're
feels
hearing it.
good.
I'm not doing the Tesla coil's off. It's not connected. There's
I
Uh,
know, but there's definitely something. You've charged yourself when it discharged into you, maybe.
Residual. That would have been great had we all gotten like a zap then. Do it again, Zach. Do it again.
no, nothing. It's not working.
Yeah, when you go listen to this playback, go to this part, like when you're sitting here after the gases and putting the coil back together, and just listen to what's going on with it, and you'll be hearing the same effect of it still, or you are, one of y'all are discharging slowly over time.
Yeah, broke the matrix. Now you see why Parker has his out in the middle of his backyard.
Out in the yard, right?
Away from the house.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing that's been going through my head.
I'm sure he's fucked up mom's TV way too many times. She's like, get that shit out of the yard.
But yeah, have you seen that video of him sitting there when he's like 6 or 7 years old?
Dude, explaining the coil. Yeah, fucking A.
Just explaining it word for word what a Tesla coil is and how it works.
Absolutely. Oh, what's up, Mike? Stellium 7. Your ears must have been ringing or burning or whatever just minutes ago, sir. You were being spoken about. Well, actually, all through this show, we've talked about things you brought up. Ah, yes.
Man.
Is it?
Nope. Yeah, that's my finger.
Oh.
Yeah, it burnt the hair on my finger. That's crazy.
It energized the bone in your finger, dude. We're going to put that power to use, right?
Yeah, it's going to take up more charging than that, but I'm willing to give it a try. I still haven't touched this part when it's I accidentally touched that. Don't know what'll happen if I touch this. It says it's supposed to be warm. We'll find out.
I would imagine, warm. That would be a way to describe it. Probably.
Yeah, Bill. Believe me, that idea I've been putting out to the ether for a while now. Get a big shop, like a nice lab. Big vacuum chamber, big Faraday cage you can climb into.
Absolutely.
All the electric toys and all the magnets and all the little components to measure all the different stuff. Yeah. Build our own accelerometer. Slow the earth down even more or speed it up.
Well, real quick, just for the record, we have been mispronouncing Mr. Bill Will's name incorrectly. Thank you for that, Bill. Will, not Wall. So, thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Okay, I'm playing catch up in chat again. I need to stop. Or maybe we need to stop. What time is it? Oh, well, it's 8 o'clock.
Probably time.
It may be time. I mean, how do you follow the Tesla coil, truly?
Yeah, I got some planning to do. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to get some good video footage of the gases lighting up inside of the Tesla, from the Tesla coil.
Right, some like real high def, like the P900 level.
Get the macro going.
Right.
Really get it in focus, because this doesn't know justice. Seeing it how you guys saw it, I can't get close enough for you to see it good, because it'll mess with the camera. But that P1000 has a lens that's like this big compared to your camera.
You can shoot it across the room while it's doing all that. It'll look right. Yeah. Or have somebody shooting it across the room for you, whatever. And that's just like me trying to show that light bulb earlier with the webcam. You know, I can easily adjust my phone and get it to where I can pick up the 3D effect, but trying to get the webcam to compensate for all the crazy shit we're doing with them right now, they're struggling to keep up.
I was shocked that you guys could see that ionic, that St. Elmo's fire right there.
At the very tip at the end, yeah, after you took the
Yeah.
ball off, yeah.
That was a good half-inch tall.
Oh, yeah, at least.
And that's in this.
What a bad man in motion.
What'd you say,
On the
Cammy?
knees of
80%
bare
humidity?
wings.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I'm distracted. I'm playing with my.
She got the light out again.
In
I
chat,
have it.
it's like 80% humidity, right?
Yes, it's 80. It's 81% humidity and 76 degrees at our current location. So right now, so it has cooled off quite a bit recently in the last hour or so, but we still definitely have 81% humidity, which I'm sure is playing games with what he's doing.
Yeah, that's no good for electrostatics.
I wonder if this will.
What it does, folks, water, pure water, H2O is the best insulator that we know of. So when there's a bunch of little particulates of this water in the air floating all around, it makes it harder for the electricity to get through the air. It acts like a piece of rubber in the air, you know, you can't, it'll hold on to the charge a lot more and not let it flow freely through it like a piece of metal would. So yeah, you want dry conditions. I think that's why Tesla went up to Colorado Springs. He tried the first one in New York, and I think there was just the weather wasn't right, so he went up there to Colorado Springs. And I think he needed a water source underneath it. He built it over an aquifer. Maybe like storing it like a Leyden jar, maybe? I don't know. That's wild.
Yeah, Colorado would be ideal for the conditions there with, and again, you're at a higher altitude. I don't know if that makes any, I know it's coming off the ground, but the dryness, it's a whole different ball game. You don't see the 81% humidity unless it really is raining, and sometimes the rain feels that dry. So yeah, it's amazing. Almost like fluorescent writing on these stones, some of these areas. Which I could get the glare off. I wish I could do the UV without the visible in it, which, you know, again, people leave it on and it gets dangerous, but that would be so cool. Yes, I have a new flashlight that, what had happened is I had burned out my last 365 and I've been working with the 395 and, they were out of stock for quite a while. I didn't look all that hard and it popped up as like back in stock. So I'm like really happy. This is just a duplicate of one of the last ones I blew out. No, I don't order a lot of clothes or other things like this. This is definitely my
So that's why. I always thought this was an electromagnet. But it's not. That's why when I used, I'm sorry for cutting you off there, Cam.
No, please talk.
When I was doing the ferrocell and trying to find the magnetic field off of the small Tesla coil, it was never picking anything up. It's because it's not creating a magnetic field. It's the scalar waves, not electromagnetic, the transverse longitudinal.
Excuse me.
That would make sense. That makes perfect sense. That's what it would have to be. Sitting and pondering that one too. Yeah, it would have to be Zach.
Wow. Yeah, backwards world. He wants to drive a rod
Just
30 feet
that.
down into the ground.
Yeah, that's epic.
And a tower 18 feet above ground. That's a real Tesla coil.
somewhere in my folders, I've got a video or 3 of a guy who had one he had built like out in his corral area on his land. It was like something just about like you're talking there, backwards world. I wonder where that's at.
So coming out of a wire, like that's plugged into the wall, is at what potential is the negative? I mean, I know it's less than neutral, but how much? We know it's what? 110 volts at so many amps positive, but how many below? Is it the exact opposite? 110 volts negative neutral? What is the negative charge at coming out of a wall? I don't know. I bet Jaron, he likes to stick the little prongs into the outlets and play with them.
He does do that a lot. And I'm trying to remember what he told me, that you should at least get over 100. He was disturbed on something or other. This is definitely you, Bob.
Oh,
and
the
Jared.
wall is AC. Okay. So it just bounces it back and forth. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. 60 hertz, 60 times a second, I think. Is it 60 hertz that are?
60 cycle hum, baby. That's what you hear when you
60-second
plug in a
hum.
guitar.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
No, Earth isn't negative, George. Earth is neutral, just neutral. And then all of our charges are based off of that. That's our zero.
There is no negative, right?
No, there's no negative. It's all the same charge. Just anything that has less of a charge than the Earth, we call negative. So it's like having, you're at 20 degrees, and we'll say 50 degrees is our regular Earth temperature. So that's our ground right there. And if you go above it, you're positive. If you go below it, you're negative. But it's still all the same temperature. It's still heat, It's not like it's the opposite of heat over this way. Yeah, the Earth is negative compared to the air above it everywhere. That is true. But the Earth is what we call our neutral. That's our ground zero. And then everything else is based off. That's another one of those things they didn't really teach us about in school, in science class. I thought for the longest time that a negative charge was like the opposite charge of positive. Like there was 2 types of electricity almost. And that's not the case. It's all just pressure mediation, high potential to low potential. But it's all the same type of potential. It's just like air pressure when you think about it. There is no zero air pressure, and there is no below zero air pressure. You can get close to zero, but you can't get to zero.
And you certainly can't go below zero.
Yeah,
That's just a completely crazy concept.
That's like having less than nothing, having nothing and then having less than that somehow. That's impossible. Yeah, it's semantics, wordplay that they never really taught us about how it all really works. Oh, we played a video yesterday on Glowbusters of these people walking down the street. This guy asking them questions. Oh my goodness. Right at the beginning of the show, if you missed the show yesterday, at least go watch the first 15, 20 minutes. You will not believe some of this.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that made me send that video to my wife about an hour before we started.
There's really people out there like that. I'm just saying, they're
out. They're definitely out there. There's no made up anything there. I don't believe,
bro. Oh man, I can absolutely believe that. Yeah, there's people out there that don't, for sure. And you know, that's why one of many reasons why we homeschool. That's for sure. That is for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It's scary, dude. It's pretty scary to like man, I don't know, that generation next 10 years and all that, I don't know. It's just, you know, it's wild.
Think of the leg up your children are going to have.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just being able to critically and logically think is going to be such an advantage.
Way ahead of the curve already, you know. Like my oldest son would have ran circles around all those people on that video.
Yeah.
Easily. Boom, 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 boom. You know, he would have added to it, you know, something like ideas came up in his head. He's like, also, like, he could add some other shit or something, you know, like.
That and made me really stop and think that he very quite possibly is right is every time they gave a wrong answer, he acknowledged it as being correct. And in fact, when somebody like went past a correct answer and then settled on the wrong answer, he was like, "Oh, you almost missed it." I don't know if people caught that, but he was affirming all of the wrong answers. It was, kind of funny as hell while watching it. But it was
You know
pointed
why he
out.
does that? I was thinking about that, Cam. Because when
Okay,
people
good.
start getting the answers wrong on
Mhm.
video, they don't want to play anymore. They'll walk away. So if you keep telling them they're right, they'll stand there and answer more questions a lot longer.
Okay, now in the chat, because you're going to appreciate this with the vanilla bean story. But in the chat, there was somebody that went off saying that what you were doing is by him doing that, he was creating a whole bunch of false realities that these kids would probably remember what they gave as the correct answer and go repeating that and correcting people with the no, the country really is founded in 1995 or I don't know exactly what the danger, but there was somebody in our comments that was really upset with the technique of him affirming and saying that they'll go on believing that they were facts and that they'll spread it on to other people and that it will actually even create even more stupidity on top of stupidity. But I don't know. I don't know if you could have gotten any more
Man,
stupid.
that dude's not causing more stupidity. He is
It
causing
was
more
his
entertainment. What
yeah,
those
it was
people.
funny. It was funny to hear him say, "Yep, yeah."
Oh, and you know what? That just like furthers the programming. I mean, this guy, if I knew I got the question wrong and that guy said, no, yeah, as if I did get it right, I wouldn't just keep going and agree with it and just stand there like some idiot, you know? Like, those people are dumb all by themselves. And they probably don't even remember that conversation to even go and spread those
Exactly.
false.
I was just going to
Right.
say that, Austin. They're never going to have that conversation.
And I
No, they
don't
can't. Thoughts are shallow, man. The program is deep. You
my
know?
main thought on it too, my husband is like saying they probably would, but they're already dumb as fuck. There's another way of looking at it that I don't know if any one of those people would be who somebody else would go to for information and for expertise. I would hope that because again,
Right.
the expertise they were getting there before then, and where they thought they need the right answer. So I don't know. I don't think that there was that harm done, but I did hear that, and then I thought about the vanilla bean story, like with our next door neighbors telling us what kind of tree was, and it's the accidental, passing on something that's not true as true that can happen. But I don't think that that's the issue we're dealing with, because I don't think these kids are well thought out on anything, to be honest, other than, like, the Kardashians or I again, I just don't think that they're set to retain. They're not doing 3 times 3 times 3, so I'm not worried about messing them up more.
Whatever's on Sports
They're
Center,
already yeah.
whatever's on Sports Center, whatever on VH1, whatever on MTV, whatever.
I
Just
was,
there's a
I
couple
was,
channels, there's a couple things, and then
I
along
was
with
one of those.
Yeah, whatever Twitter's putting out, you know.
Which is why you need your package, your full package to get the cheaper price. That's why you need your TV along with the
Right.
you need your
That's why I need
programming.
all three. Right?
Uh-huh.
We used to have Sports Center running in the background all day long. It was always there. The same half
Oh my
hour.
God, guys, I don't watch TV, but I had the TV on at this hotel. I did not know that they do man. This world has lost their minds. I watched TV for the first time in a long time, dude. In a long time. And there's like celebrity drag shows and just all of these different things that are out there. What is going on in this world? Like, it's just, and I was lucky enough to find Godzilla versus Kong, so I just stuck with that. You know, like that was great for me. But everything, I'm just like, man, what is going on, dude? I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried out the news for a little bit. I'm like, hey guys, let's check this out for a second, like just playing around, right? Like trying to joke around because we all know how terrible it is. And of course, within 30 seconds, all craziness and shit. It's just wow. It's this whole world is really gone to shit, man. It's just
like watching interdimensional cable on Rick and Morty.
It almost is.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
It almost
Oh my
is.
God, that's perfect. That is perfect. Absolutely.
I will be careful. I would love to glow in the dark, actually, Bob. I think that'd be cool. At least for a little bit. I'd want it to go away, but wouldn't that be cool if I could charge up like what's that guy's name? You're from that generation, Austin. The guy who screams and charges himself.
The Hulk?
Oh, from Dragon Ball, you mean?
Black Bolt?
I want to say Goku, but like
Yeah, Goku is what he's talking about.
Does that sound right?
Oh yeah. Talking about Dragon Ball Z. Oh, yeah, that's how I feel, bro. I feel like that sometimes that we could do that. Maybe there's something going on that, like, of course, something maybe we can't see.
It's like 3 episodes, isn't it? He spends like 3 or 4 episodes just charging up for a spirit bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. I grew up on that shit, though. I grew up on that programming. You know.
Yeah, that was after my time. I don't think I've ever watched an episode.
Oh, that was my shit.
It's worth it.
I watched Avatar with my little brother.
If you liked Avatar, I bet you'd like Dragon Ball.
Yeah. You would fucking love it. Yeah, I liked Avatar too.
Did you guys ever see that Bleach? An anime from, I think it's Japan.
Yeah, no, I've been told about it. My nephew and stuff about it, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I went through like the first 4 seasons. Yeah, that was a cool storyline, I thought. But I haven't really. Now I watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia mostly, or movies. I'll watch a new movie, but It's Always Sunny is like my go-to. Turn it on, it shuts off a half hour later. I'll be asleep.
If it's not like movies, then I'm watching something within this community somewhere. You know, that's basically all I'm doing. Like, I used to be hooked on sports, and my brother just sent me an invite to his fantasy football team. Man, I could not tell you anything about anybody on any current team right now. There's no point for me to sign up, you know?
Yeah.
But I could tell you about shit that happened before I was born. I could tell you all about Larry Bird and all these guys, you know, Magic Johnson, all of them. Pistol Pete Maravich. I can tell you about all these people, but anything current the past few years, I have just shut that off completely. I know nothing. I know that they all turned into cucks. That's all I know. Or they always were, apparently.
Yeah, last time I watched sports was 2011. Besides boxing. Actually, I don't think I've watched a live boxing match since then. But I watch a lot of the old boxing matches still.
I still watch some UFC. I do watch some UFC and stuff. I mean, I don't really know any of the guys' names, but I'll watch the fights. Whenever I hear about them, I'll go back and watch them.
Yeah, I'll
But
just type in boxing and I'll find a fighter, and then I'll go watch a bunch of their fights and like the
yeah,
growth of their career, stuff like that.
that's why I think it's so cool that someone like Eddie Bravo is talking so much shit, you know? Like, that's great. You know, go speak your truths, bro.
Yeah,
We need that. Get
he
some
was
bigger
just
names
with
doing
Alex
that.
Jones, I think
Again,
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be
gonna
after
be
the big trial.
man. What do you think about that, bro?
It was all a show. Alex
Yeah,
Jones,
bro.
man, I called him gatekeeper a long time ago, and I'm not changing my mind on that.
There was some funny parts though. Like there's some good clips where the way they edit it is just hilarious. I shared some of it.
And don't get me wrong, he taught me some key phrases that were good to share with other people. And then, Bohemian Grove, I had never heard of that before. Alex Jones, you know, the Bilderbergs, I'm pretty sure he taught me that one.
Gay frogs.
Yeah.
Even before gay frogs was the fluoride. I got my
Yeah.
foundational fluoride info from Infowars.com once upon a time. And what was that one douchebag? The doctor that came out with his own website. What Mike Adams, wasn't it? I think wasn't Mike Adams on Alex Jones for a while back in the
Yeah,
day?
he's a douchebag, dude.
Yeah.
He's a big globy. You don't like flat earthers, right?
You know, like a lot of shit that we think that he'd be smart enough to figure out, but apparently he's
There's a
not.
lot of truths you don't like.
So here's one for you. So there's this.
I've seen a lot of InfoWars stickers out where I work. You know, all these really old guys, and then I'll see a bumper sticker InfoWars. I'm like, even though it's InfoWars shit, you know, I'm still like, right, dude, it's
Better
great,
than
dude.
CNN, dude. Better than
Hell yeah,
CNN.
bro.
You
That's why I'm like, all right, I'll take that. I'll take it.
Okay, everybody. I think it's time that we just all stop a moment, take a deep breath, stand back, and I think put a nugget. How do you phrase that, Austin, Mr. Mellowdown? But it is currently 4:20. Welcome to Saturday morning, 4:20, to such places as Jerusalem. We have Addis Ababa. This is Saturday morning. It's happening 4:20 in Ashmari. Baghdad also 4:20. Athens, Greece, 4:20 in the morning. 4:20 in the morning in Beirut. Good job. Keep it happening. Where else do we have 4:20 in the morning? Oh, Diabati, Dodana, Duha, Doho.
Hey,
Oh,
Netflix.
and it was fast, but it's over now. Okay, proceed.
I just want to plug some things because now that we moved in and the internet's coming on Monday, I already got some shows lined up. So, like maybe sometime next week, I'll open the merch store back up on the website, and then on the 17th of this month, James and I, Wednesday, 17th, 7 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna have Crumb from the Don't Follow Crumb. I don't know if any of you know who he is. He's on with Jaron on the Baby Truther show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Crumb is great. Crumb is awesome.
Oh yeah, man.
I go to his jam sessions.
Yeah, man, he's a great guy. We're gonna have him on, and on the 24th, we're gonna have Sharon and Brandon on from the Oprah Sharon show. I caught them because they interviewed James from Grounded Extracts like last week, and they put up their video, and it was an awesome conversation. Like, I resonated. I wish I was there adding to it. Like, I was adding to it by myself. Like, it was so good. And I went and watched a couple other of their shows that they've done together, and they got a great thing going on. So we're gonna have them on the 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be them two, Sharon, Brandon, me, and James. It's gonna be great. And then sometime this week, I'm just gonna go live sometime this week. Whenever I get all this set up and get the internet in here, I'm just gonna start jamming, popping some videos out, some live streams, because I don't make videos, I don't editing stuff. But yeah, and then Awake and Make will be next Sunday. Maybe the 4 of us, maybe probably just be the 3 of us. I don't know if Mike is settled in yet, because he just flew back. He has some things to do before, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be great, man. We're fucking back. It's gonna be like chapter 2 of it. James is excited. We got a lot of things going on. And I'm really excited for the next Awaken Bake, because I mean, we've had some a couple weeks ago and stuff. Mike has been around, been over out west. I'm excited to have a conversation with him. So I think we're going to try and make sure the next one's for us somehow. I know he can just hop on with his phone. Chris has been putting out a lot of great content. James, around at Extracts, and Najla, she put out a video recently, and James, he's been having a few interviews that are just great. So it's going, and it's going to be something else. I'm more comfortable, and I don't have to worry about other things, man. This is going to be great. We're back, baby. And I'm fucking ready. So.
Sorry, there's my
Yeah.
Oh, Josh lost. I heard him
Well,
first.
I'm excited for you, brother. I'm glad to hear you're all back, settled in, getting it all pumped up, and getting it back in action.
Yeah, I've been missing it for sure. I still get up on Sunday and it's like 9 o'clock. Let's go. Oh, damn.
I know last Sunday fucked me out, man, because it was like the internet was so bad at this hotel. I just didn't want to even try it. I didn't want to even do it. There was no way for me to go do it anywhere. I can't go escape nowhere. I'm not about to sit in the car. But it was cool, it is cool. I'm not going to lie. It's cool to have people reach out and be like, yo, Mrs. Melodome. Like, that was cool. That was really cool. And I haven't even been putting anything on Rockfin, and my Rockfin count is still going up pretty well. And YouTube has climbed a lot since I haven't been doing much. It's weird.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like once you stop putting things out, it's climbed so much. I'm like, where all this shit come from? Where'd all these people come from? It's just, it's cool. It's great, man. I like what we're doing. Me and James are always back and forth. I think it's really a good thing linking up with him, because he helps a lot of people. Like, he really does. It's amazing what's going on. We had a guest, Marky Rizzo. He was on the last Breaking the Chains, and you guys can go check that out, Loga edition. So you guys will be able to figure out what I'm saying when James helps a lot of people. It's quite like he's the real deal. I'm just glad that we linked up.
Dude, he's amazing. James is a bright and shining soul, and as you say, doing some amazing work for some people in need.
We do a lot of different shows. It's like a lot of different things going on, but the one I think is the most important that can help a lot of people is the Breaking the Chains thing. Like, that's
hell yeah.
That's why I wanted. Like, that's what pushed it over edge. Like, yo, my shit is straight. I'm changing my life around. I'm ready to I can sit here and say things now. I wasn't able to do that then. I've changed my life a lot. Like where I am now, literally going to all of this stuff. I could not have done that a few years ago. My transformation, my transmutation. I want to share that. I want to share that experience. I just want to share that feeling because it's a good feeling. Like I'm just happy, man. And we all got to be happy. So
it's good feeling.
Yeah,
To
I'm ready. fired up. I got all this energy. I got all this.
I'm so excited for you, brother.
Yeah.
I need to reach out and get on over there with y'all for sure. It's been a
Yeah,
minute,
bro.
and so said I would, and then y'all got hectic and busy. So once you get settled in, I'll reach out for sure.
Bro, we can line something up, man. I'll hit you up. We can line
Absolutely.
something up right fucking now.
Absolutely.
I got my calendar open right now, my guy.
You got it, brother. You let me know, and I'll make
What's
it happen.
up? We can do this. I mean, you can hop on whatever. We can do it the 31st. You want to do it the 31st? You good on Wednesdays?
Absolutely, brother.
Bet, let's do it the 31st. If all of you want to come on, I mean, I don't even care. Like, let's go, you know?
Absolutely, friend. I'm putting it on my calendar right now.
I haven't been in you guys' live chat in a while. It was great to catch you guys live this past week. I caught both the shows live.
It's saved on my phone. I'm sure I'll talk to you between then. We need to get you settled in so we can go do some pow, man. I've been missing that too.
Oh, yeah. For sure, bro.
I saw Zombie Snoop was on earlier as I was going to take my little nap too. As I popped off, he was getting on. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, he's on there. I haven't played with him.
Yeah, we played with him a few times now. So yeah.
He made me some badass logos that I haven't shown off yet. I've had him in the chamber for a while. It's just I've been going through all this.
Right, lots going on.
Yeah, I like what he's done. And yeah, I'm gonna kill him in that game now. I'm gonna fuck him up. I want to do some 1v1s. We need to go in there and like just let it be, you know, and or build. I mean, whatever you want to do, we can customize the game and we can just go kill each other. Like Zach can build a maze and we can like all start on one corner and do like old school 007, like some nice stuff.
Right. Fuck Zach's maze.
I don't like it because you can't just run along the
right.
wall.
I can't use my maze trick. What? Shout out Valley Parks tipping us over there. Thank you so much. I saw Josh sharing that with us. Thank you.
It's a great name too, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Right where I actually work.
Flatoberfest.
What?
Year. She was at Flatoberfest last year.
Was she?
Oh yeah.
We shared some magnetic field, electromagnetic field.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
Next year's Flatoberfest, if it's going to be on the West Coast or not, I want to get the star in the jar.
Dude, that would be the most epic thing. That would be amazing to see.
Yeah, bro, I don't know if I'd be able to go out there. I don't know. That's far.
If only there was a good place centrally located, sort of east, but also acts as like a gateway to the west.
If only there was such a place, maybe a significant area, like almost a gateway itself.
That's right.
Yeah, if only.
Close to a large international airport would be nice. Maybe close to a large waterway for some reason, in case somebody wanted to take a steamboat.
Yeah, I'll be picking up David and Paige in Charlotte Airport Thursday before Flatoberfest. So if you need a ride, I'll be there.
That's when you'll be there. Right. That's when the Zack train leaves.
We're driving. We're going to get there probably a day early and leave a day or two after. We're going to stay for a couple days. We're staying with James and Najla.
Nice. That's kind of, you guys are going to have so much fun.
Oh, yeah, bro. We've been talking. Yeah, definitely.
Well, Zach, they're going to be over here playing with us. I mean, on the after and the extra days and that. I mean, we definitely will have to have
of course.
A special
That's why
amount of
we're
time.
staying the extra days, because there was always plans being made the last day, and I'm like, yo, I want to go do that. hey, I want to go do, oh, but I gotta leave. I'm sorry. Like, you know, so no, I'm gonna make sure I'm there for that, you know. No children, just me and my wife. Gonna be great. Oh man, dude, she caught some great and okay, I got a question. What okay, so anti-crepuscular rays is why do globe heads think that that's a globe killer or a flat earth killer? Why do they think that flat earthers are scared of those anti-crepuscular rays? I want to know what's the valid argument
Zach,
why
you might need to mute up. Sorry. I'm getting us some kickback somewhere. Can you hit your mute button, Zach, see if that's what it is? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Try again now, Austin.
the anti-crepuscular rays. My wife, she took pictures of some early this morning, and so I went researching it, looking into it, and it's just weird because I also went looking what globies would think. Like, there's a few ways I can go find globies. It's easy. I got some these like fake flat Earth Facebook groups everywhere full of globies. And so I typed in anti-crepuscular rays, and they're all got these stupid ass memes of like flat earthers, supposedly flat earthers are scared of anti-crepuscular rays. Like I haven't seen so many of these arguments, and I'm not too sure about anti-crepuscular rays. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at all, so I couldn't even argue that point. And I would hate for someone to walk away from me feeling like they have beaten me in some type of debate when motherfucker you haven't. Like,
Well,
come back here.
This
So
is
what is going on when we see that? What is that?
this is the one, I think, probably the one primary thing that keeps Walt's brother from being able to hop off the ball.
Really?
Because he looks at the mountain and he sees the sun and it's coming up behind the mountain and it's got all these rays and it's casting out and
Yeah.
it's the way the light plays at the distance on the mountain that has really thrown Paul off, I think.
Yeah,
But
he still hasn't wrapped his head around the Fraunhofer, I don't think.
And that's what it is. It's that this is the effect of the Fraunhofer refraction. I can only imagine. This is what, because your light source is now far away and it's still having that light, it still has to pass through an aperture. It still has to follow all the same rules that the light has to go through as it is. So it seems like the sun is set down below the horizon and the lights are coming up, sort of like the way a ship would disappear from the hull first. The light is here and it's shining up. And see, now I don't know, I've talked myself right out of it.
Well, I mean, to me, it was always this whole thing of if I can look down a row of cane that's plowed and get the same crepuscular, quote unquote, effect visually as I'm seeing with those rays, either crepuscular or anti-crepuscular, it kind of both visually explain themselves to me. It's just the point at which we no longer can see. Now, why it curves, quote unquote, into a quote dome in the sky, why does it? I think we've discussed all these things. But why they think it's a flat earth killer, I do not get that one at all, Austin. I can't conceive of why they would think such a thing.
Wait. So
P-Brain.
so
You know who P-Brain is? You know
wait a
P-Brain?
Yeah.
He does a great video on that, anti-crepuscular rays.
All right, I need to go.
Yeah, he says it's all perspective.
Love me some P-Brain.
I will say that I don't think, because I do notice people get hung up on that, like your brother. But it doesn't matter what's happening above our heads. It still doesn't determine what's under our feet. Like to me, I don't think there's any reason to look up to determine what's under at all, no matter what, dude. Like, what's ever under our feet is no correlation to what's above us. To me, I mean, that just when I first heard that, and you go into this, that just resonates with me so much personally. You know, looking up, they talk about the sun. You know, they try to get flat earthers hooked up on when they say the sun goes out in the southern hemisphere, and they're like, oh, so one moves faster, moving faster in the sky, like trying to hook people up, and it's like, man, we're arguing about what's happening in the sky to avoid the fact that there's no fucking curvature underneath our feet that you don't want to talk about. You know, people get hung up on the sky, and I noticed that because I shared the anti-crepuscular ray picture, and I had some people personally write me, and you know, people get fucked up with what's in the sky. I think they think that's matter of fact. They totally skip out on water and what we're seeing right here. Horizon is horizontal, all of that stuff. Like there's no curvature, there's no motion. It's automatically, oh, well, they tell us we don't see it. Oh, well, they tell us that we don't feel it, And I'm stupid because I claim to not feel any emotions and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I just saw a Brian Cox interview, and he said that while the while the Earth is traveling around the sun, it never changes speed. Now, either that's a bold-faced lie, or the guy is just an idiot, because it is not a circular motion we're going around the sun. It's more of a what do they call that? It's like an oblong.
An ellipse.
Ellipse.
Thank you. Elliptoid. So you get going real fast out here at the edge, and then you slow down on your straightaways a little bit, and then you go real fast, and it speeds up and slow down. I think like 4 times a year it does it. Now you would think when this happens, especially from,
Especially with the gyroscope that we're sitting on.
Yeah, that would be crazy if a gyroscope could pick up any of these motions. What we would
how would we be sitting
motion
on the surface of a gyroscope that is doing such insane accelerating and deaccelerating, and not just doing that, but doing it in a circular fucking motion 3 million miles closer during our winter time somehow miraculously, while we're not seeing different stars during these two different periods. Yeah, it's math. That's how all that works.
And the
math.
Earth is spinning faster.
Dark sphere, dark math, dark.
Maybe that's
And
why
Earth
time
spins
is so
faster.
weird,
That's
because
it.
the days are shorter. Time's speeding up.
So the next time someone wants to argue with you about, oh, I lost it, man. I just fucking had it and I lost
Well, look,
it.
I dropped that video from P-Brain in our chat, in the YouTube chat, and on the actual call here, in the Zoom chat for you, Austin, if you want to just
Okay, bet.
pop it up down there. Yeah.
I just remembered. I got it. I got it back.
Go.
So next time someone wants to argue with you about flat Earth and all that stuff, and then you're telling them you don't feel any emotion, and they want to look at you like you're crazy, right? And they're claiming all of these, they're regurgitating all the bull crap. Ask them this. Ask them, which motion do they feel the most? Out of all of these motions simultaneously happening, different motion, different speeds, right? Which one do you feel the most? Ask them that and wait for that response. Wait for that glitch, that trigger. It's either going to fire off, they're going to be angry, or they're going to be stuck and be like, they'll give you the next regurgitated answer. But I feel like a lot of them has not been given anything like that. You just tell them, well, which one do you feel the most? Like, actually think about that. You're claiming that you're going all these different breakneck speeds, different motions simultaneously. We don't feel any of it. But because objects in the sky are moving, that means, no, we're actually the ones moving. That's crazy, man. I can't believe I believed that shit.
Yeah, ditto. Has did we all, friend?
It's not that it's unbelievable, because they made it believable, especially if you can program it ahead of time.
Yes. So it is believable.
because the numbers work out. So you just rest on those laurels and be like, oh, but maths. Like, oh, well, fuck,
I never
Einstein.
questioned it, man, because if I questioned it early enough, I probably would have. I think I'm sharp enough. It's just I never questioned. It's like, yeah, 2 + 2, that's 4, and Earth's a globe, and grass is green, and it's wild. It's paradigm shattering.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude. So do you guys think when he was talking on like stage and stuff, and his interpreter was like really speaking for him? Do you think he's like was trying to tell all of us like, please help me?
Right?
They're rolling me around everywhere, putting words in my mouth. God help me. Like, do you think he's like saying that? Like,
I said
I
the
go
universe
there.
is flat, you idiot fucks.
I go there sometimes. Like, he has to be in like a prison, dude, and they're just wheeling him around. And oh yeah, he said that gases explode and then they contract and they're everywhere, thousands of miles, and we're spinning and we're space monkeys. And he right after dude's done talking, he has it all. Oh, he said all this bullshit. He'll go on like 30 seconds longer than what he did. It's hilarious, man.
And Stephen
People
Hawking
get
just has a
really
single
triggered
tear
too.
run down his eye. No, that's not what I said.
I still can't get over how we can get into such arguments on this guy because, again, what is in the ceiling does not determine ground, and as soon as you're describing the things at play in our atmosphere, which we know are in play, magnetic fields. Wow. Magnetic fields can circle objects. They can take a straight line and turn it into a circle. They can take different objects. Anybody that's looked with crystals, and I make you at Pottoberfest or whatever, I'll make you look through crystals and see how you can move an object, just physically move an object by looking through the crystal and that. Anytime you do this, you have magnetics, you have everything going up there. The atmosphere itself doing density. If you're adding in a crystalline layer, you have all kinds of effects that are going on. We have a firmament that is described in the Bible as looking like a vault of molten looking glass. So now we're introducing mirrors into it, which was also called a shiny river, something shiny and reflective. You have a rainbow bridge, something that is doing it and reflecting back like a rainbow and arching it. You have different shapes in the sky that are being referred to. You have different things that we know scientifically that are there as far as like magnetic fields. Again, introducing the concept of a firmament and assuming that nature creates in crystals, so it would be crystalline. You have optical effects there. There is no way to not consider that we have some type of kaleidoscope effect going on at some level. And again, magnetic fields that would be spinning your optics around. You could say, well, you measure them from here to there. This is back engineering. We know what we're measuring and we know what we're getting to and we know what to expect and where it's going to be there. But again, as soon as you put some of the things, the atmosphere, the magnetic field, uh, again, a firmament, any type of a looking glass refractive surface that is again described being there. As soon as you start putting any of them, let alone all of them into play, and we know they're all up there, I can guarantee you that how we see the sky, and then again add your law of perspective, your Hofner's diffraction, you again, and taking it back in again, just the angling down of perspective, and how we perceive, how our eyes perceive things. I can guarantee you that when you point to something and think it's there, I can pretty much guarantee you that that's not really where the object is, because again, you look at try to spear a fish in the water when you're outside of it and you learn how to aim ahead of the fish. If you want to do it again, you learn where to aim, and it's certainly not at that. I can guarantee what you're looking at is not where you see it at, but it does consistently always go in a pattern. They've back engineered the globe to match the pattern. Is it reality? And no, it can't be just because, again, these factors are here and will distort. We know they distort. We know the Faraday effect is an optical effect of magnetics. We also know something called magnetic circling, the magneto-optical effects. Go ahead and look at it. Magnetic field, circle, light. It's there. They've measured it in science. So to say that the sky should be measured out and be exactly as it is, and the way that it works for them is moving everything so far away that you lose any type of relationship to things. This is a joke. And so anybody saying that, again, your crepuscular being, your crepuscular clouds being, like, again, a proof that it's a globe or proof that Earth is not flat, those look to be all entirely a function of your eyesight. It's no different with the crepuscular waves than when you look at a shadow on a river, or not in a river, but on a lake, and that light trail just goes to you perfectly. And as you move, it moves with it. Crepuscular waves, again, are you interacting with the different lights and the things on there. And you can tell on that part just because, again, the same people standing in different areas will see the clouds lit up differently. People taking that argument and calling it sound and calling it legitimate is not intellectually honest. We're not we're not touching, we're not measuring. We haven't, again, touched any of these things up there. We don't know. And so for them making it an argument that these line up, yeah, they back engineered the globe around it. But again, I've looked at it. It could also match, again, a dipole loop as far as the southern star rotations. And more than one point, if you loop around it, you'll get the same effect. Again, these things can and do happen in the natural world. And to call it proof of one thing or the other, you can't prove the surface by what the ceiling is. You can't. Again, it's when you can't touch it, when you cannot touch it, and it's a joke. Again, look at a vaulted ceiling. Look at all kinds of different ceilings in your house. I have many in my house, all kinds of ceilings in my house that have different effects in that. They're not the floor. They're not the ground. One doesn't prove the other. But just to rant on the people that say, oh, no, this absolutely proves it can't. And again, as soon as you look scientifically at the things you're dealing with and how they affect the optics, you know better. They can't. Hey, any thoughts to that, Austin? Does that help at all, or got everybody on mute?
Yeah.
The camera rant.
No, yeah.
Like a good
Oh, Zach's back on. Zach, when you're on, it's almost like an ASMR session. There is something going on with our electricity through the house, and this, I mean, I'm feeling it. I probably feel it a lot more than you guys do. It's like a full-blown ASMR. The 3D types. I got the whole buzz. The floor may have even buzzed under me. It's hard to know. Are you all feeling that too, or is it just me being in the same house? Gosh, you can answer me. I know you can.
I'm not feeling it. I'm hearing buzzing in the headphones, but I've been hearing since Zach got his wires uncrossed, so to speak.
Zach, I think it's you. I think you are the conduit.
Yeah.
And remember, you are part of the system. And if you were getting angry and doing things and messing around, we could just be picking up Zach.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's why I had to mute up earlier when Austin was talking, because it was stepping over Austin, making it hard to hear. It's that.
Not angry.
You know, you early on with the.
Okay, Dr. Banner. You keep telling yourself that.
You weren't mad that these phones and that weren't working. Actually, you wouldn't consider that angry with most people, but Zach's got such a good nature, just even hearing a cross tone in his voice. Bzzz. All right. I think it's probably time to
It's
close
probably
this out and actually play with our toys. I turned out my light and quit playing with my flashlight. It's so easy to get lost with the new toys. But do you think it's all time to call it an evening, or got
I
anything
think
else,
it's time.
anyone?
Don't touch those! Don't you ever touch
Ah.
my balls without asking.
Nope, I got nothing.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm going to guess that Walter doesn't have anything either. Otherwise, he would
Not a
unmute.
thing, Walt. Wow.
Yeah, he's probably dealing with cats. Hell, he's probably talking away, not realizing that this cat has muted him, if I were to guess. Or he's stepped away. And I missed a note that he usually leaves when he does. Either way, I think we're just going to call it. That's what I think we shall do.
Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Always a pleasure. Always a good time. Austin, thanks for hanging out, man. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, guys.
Anytime. Don't lose the link. That's
No,
the key.
sir.
That is it. That's the key.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'll be live sometime next week.
Right on.
Probably Monday night.
I know how that is. I know how that is. Flip the switch and say, fuck it, let's just go live.
Yeah, I got a lot of
Everything
things
Let's do it.
to say. Got a lot of things we can go through, that's for sure.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Much love, everyone. Everyone in the chat. Mellowdome.live.
Love you, Austin. Thank you, brother.
There he is.
I gotta get that link. I gotta get that.
Yeah, grab that before you shut the call because it'll go away. I can send it to you. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, text it to me.
Nope, this is your one chance.
Do it right now.
You better do it or lose it forever. All right, thank you, guys. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you right back here next Friday night for another exciting episode of Have No Sphere. Walter, don't we have somebody planned? We have one last guest booked, I thought. Next week. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just an extra date that we had available. I don't remember. Do not remember. No?
No, this was it. We had the gap, and Mike filled it, and then Campbell had issues and had to miss today. So,
all right. Well, we'll see about getting Campbell rebooked on a specific time.
We do. We definitely will.
And now we know we've got a full schedule open, so we'll see what we can get riled up.
I was going to try to get Nick, but it's not Phuket word. But like he's 11 hours.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to get him on the morning show, it looks like, because that's usually when he pops in.
Yeah, that would be more his evening time.
Mm-hmm. We'll work on it. We'll get it worked out.
Yeah.
We get it figured. We surely will. All right, guys, we'll see you back here next week. Or, hell, we might even see you on a Tuesday morning or next Friday morning for the Ironworx. You know where. Hey?
No, we could start the show right now at this time because it's coming up at 9:00 in the morning in Phuket. So we could again delay the show and invite him on and start the show at 10. Yeah, there you have it.
So Phuket is exactly 12 hours ahead from me. Is that what you're saying? Because it's 9
that's
p.m.
what I'm
right
saying.
now. Sweet, good to know. See, I'm sure we could make something work. Get something sorted.
That would be the best.
All right, guys, love you. And I will see you next week. Be good.
Thank y'all so much. Love y'all.
Yes.
Oh, and just for shits and giggles, there's still 2 more videos that I never did play. So we may just do that before I end this.
Ow.
Easy right now.